Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the stream where I'm going to be doing some pre-Paddy Day stuff. It's Paddy's weekend. Normally, weekend before Paddy's Day, you'd go out and get drunk, or the weekend closest to Paddy's Day, get drunk, go for drinks. I've got about a 20-second lag on the stream from what I can see at the moment, so I'm hoping it's coming out okay. I've been leaving everything to last minute, as always, rushing around, sorting out everything with the audio, the camera. Oh, not going well every time. I had to reinstall my audio drivers actually. So what I'm starting with is I've picked up the original, Guinness original, which isn't going to be in focus because I've set my focus all the way back here. And I've got the Guinness Draught as well. I'm going to pour these into my lovely Guinness glasses that I picked up at Sainsbury's. They were selling them for £5 each, which is not a great price. To be fair, I don't think they're full pint sizes, whereas these cans are 470, so I hope it will fit it. Also, it feels a bit, compared to the pub glasses, a bit thinner. So I'm going to keep an eye on the comments on the side. Scott Wonder, hi, how are you? I'm doing well, man. I hope, did you get out for a walk today? The weather's been okay over here. I'm hoping down in Portsmouth it's been okay as well. Yesterday was a bit good then bad. I was out walking a lot yesterday. Quite a few downpours as well. But yeah, I've been following your walking challenge. I'm going to crack open first of all the original. So I'm going to sound a bit weird and go, I don't know when I last had Guinness from a can. And Guinness original, I've had in bottle, but not in can format. So my pouring is probably going to be shocking because I don't know how the non-nitro version is supposed to be poured, but I'm going to go with my normal 45-degree angle until the hop, and then I'm going to leave that one just to settle because it's the original, whereas the widget version is nitro, and I'm going to go straight pour on this one. So straight pour to build it up. And yeah, these glasses definitely are not full-size glasses to handle this. The head's developing nicely on the nitro version. Guinness version, I was probably a bit too heavy with a pour on the original there. It's got a more, well, it doesn't have nitro, so it's not going to have a proper head on it at that stage. It's just going to build up its head as you would expect. So that's a huge pour from that one, and then that's the draft version. I'll top that up just like you would in a pub, but you wouldn't do a single pour in a pub. Yeah, so these glasses are definitely short, definitely short. Yeah, Guinness from a can is bizarre. I definitely have had draft, but I think actually last time I had Guinness draft in a can, I drank it from the can because I didn't have any glassware. But that would be probably a student dig somewhere at that stage, so it wouldn't be good. Right, the pour from the draft one looks lovely. I've got a ruby colour that I can see through in the glass, just shining through because I've got a light that's causing a light source for me. The head looks nice. Oh, malty. That's what I like. Smells good. I'm thinking when the pubs reopen, this might be putting me in the mood for getting a Guinness on tap at that stage. Let's see. Oh, that's Guinness. That's nice maltiness on it. I'm going to have to top up. Honestly, not happy that these glasses don't fit a full pint in them, or even, it's not even a pint, that's what I'm thinking. So these are 470, and this one is 500ml. These glasses must be 440ml, and I looked on the back just actually before coming on, and it's made in France. How dare they? This is an Irish drink. Nah, I'm fine with it being made anywhere. It doesn't bother me, but the cans aren't, the glasses are. Afternoon, Triosaurus. Yep. How's everyone doing? I thought, you know what, it's Mother's Day. I've done all I can because, you know, lockdown and all at the moment. There's not much else to do. I originally was going to do yesterday, Saturday, but I was actually out with the missus, as I said, walking around, checking out some areas because we're looking to move. So just checking out what different places are like to see if she likes the look of the town centres, the high streets as well. Yeah, so it's been going okay, but it was a long walking day. So I've earned this today. I've sort of been relaxed, took it easy, and now early drinks. I hope everyone's doing well. Square table generates pockets. I had podcasts. I said pockets. Don't know. So my pinter, I'm assuming you had the same issue, Scott and Wanda, with waiting because of the delays. I think I put an order in for my last one before the end of Feb, and it got delivered this week. But I got two that I ordered, and I've put in I'm looking over there because I've actually put it in the room here because it's probably the warmest room in the house. We actually brought it upstairs, so I've got it right over there. I've put in the new one, the West Nouveau Californian Lager. I can never remember, it's a long name for it. And I've just put a bit of extra sugar in that as well. And it seems to be going okay. But the valve on this red one I've got, the second pinter that I bought, it's a bit stuck. So I'm having to actually lift it myself manually to get it to vent a bit. So it's a bit annoying. I'm going to have to look at that after this brew to see what's happened there. But it seems to be going okay. 4 days in, I think. Your dock has ceased on you. You mean you can't turn it off, as in you can't detach it? If that's the case, you might be a bit buggered. It might be that the internal cap has come loose and sort of unscrewed and got stuck. I've seen a few people on the Facebook group say that, and you've got to either keep prying and try. So try and tighten it again somehow and put it off. If it is the case that the cap has gone, then you are buggered, and that's the worst case because you've got the dark matter stout on. So I can't believe that. The dark matter stout is an amazing one, and if you want to pimp it, it's a great one for pimping, even post brewing. So I done a video where I put different things in. I put like a whiskey shot, hot chocolate. Oh, it comes out beautiful with that. I think Wanda would like the extra chocolate on it, definitely. Moved to St Albans, yeah. Oh dear. She wants to remain in London. Actually, she wants to head to South London. So right now I'm North London. We were previously in Wandsworth, South London. Came up to North London. She wants to go back to South London. Fully understand, and I'm fine with that. For me, if it's up to me, I'd go up to bloody Scotland. I'd be like Inverness or somewhere near the whiskey, but also lots of beer nearby as well. That would suit me. That would suit me. So, Chris, you're going to leave the Stars and Stripes in a pinter for 2 weeks to condition. That's a long time, but that's good. The longer you condition, the better. It's just I don't think I can hold off that long with me. I say if I put it in the bottle, it's fine, but when it's in the pinter, it's like you're opening it every time and seeing it in the fridge. And you're like, oh, can I pour that? And I do like sneaky little pour and go, oh, it's not quite ready. But I've got the Stars and Stripes not in here. I've got the Stars and Stripes ready as well to go into my yellow pinter. But the yellow pint is still currently full of my Citra IPA, which I'm looking to drink on Paddy's Day. I done a taste test on Thursday of it, and it was nice. It was good. It was better actually on the pint than in the bottle, but it definitely needs a bit more conditioning. But I don't think I can hold off any longer. So by Wednesday, I'm going to literally drain that. So Wednesday and Friday, I'll probably drink it, and then I'll be looking to probably brew on the Saturday my Stars and Stripes, but I'm going to try hopping my Stars and Stripes with extra hop. That may fail. Who knows at that stage? It can completely fail. But, oh well. Right, that's Guinness Draught. I'm going to try Guinness Original. I'm going to try and top this up to give some semblance of a head on it, if I can at all. So it's got a Guinness looking head, but not the nitro head. Now, that's nitro. This is no nitro. And I think the original's higher ABV in my head. I believe that. 4.2, 4.1 for this. Yeah, only 0.1%. That's got a more malty, roasty taste than this one, which is strange. When it comes to the pinter, so far, my best result has been the Dark Matter Stout. I say it's a winter beer, and I had it over the Christmas period, which was perfect. Um, I definitely would do that again, but the problem is I'm running out of time to do it again because it's getting the warmer months, so it's not quite for the warmer months. So I might, let's see. We generally have April showers. I'm just because they've taken sort of 3 weeks to send out. It's sort of I've got a backlog of things that I want to do with the pinter. I've seen in your video that you were talking with a brewery and they were going to guide you to brewing the pinter, I think. So I was saying in my live last week that I've got some malts in a sense. So I'm going to do a brew in a bag in a pot, and then I'm going to pour all of that into the pinter, add the yeast, close it, brewing dock, leave it, and see how it comes out. It's supposed to be a 4.5 litre kit, so the pinter holds 5 litres. That should be fine. And it's a reasonable ABV. I think it's 5 to 5.5 that it says it'll attain or should be looking to attain. And because it was a kit, though, I think it was £9 maybe that I paid for it. But I'll be interested to see how it comes out. With regards to the other ones, I haven't had Stars and Stripes. I think surprisingly, I've been meaning to. I just never got round to it, and I haven't actually thought too much of the lagers. Strangely, maybe because a lager you're supposed to see it lager and clear, and the whole idea of a lager is the lagering process takes time. So you're supposed to leave that to in storage for 30, 60, 90 days to develop its flavour. We haven't got that time with the pinter. Well, you do if you want to, but I don't think I want to leave that lying around for 30 days in the fridge or 60 days. A month in the 2 months in the fridge? No, crazy. Hey, Mersey Beers. I forgot to respond to something about Scott and Wonder there about Dean's beer reviews. I've already got a reminder on for that. It's 6 o'clock today, isn't it? That he's going live. So I've added that on, and I'm going to be watching. I'm not expected to be on here by 6. Jeez, I sort of think 2 hours of drinking Guinness. After this, I got the foreign exports. I couldn't get the Belgian one. I could from Beers of Europe, but I had nothing else I really wanted to order, and I wasn't paying postage just for one bottle, and I didn't want to fill up 60 quid's worth because the miss would go angry because I've got so much beer already that I've been buying for my the brewery project thing that I'm doing, trying to have a beer from every brewery and just give a brief like description of its background and history. Afternoon, Mersey Beers. I wasn't really expecting many people to turn up at all, but yeah, it's nice to see you all here. Hope everything's going well for your Sunday. I seen actually a lot of the people weren't doing stuff this Sunday, strangely, only because I think it's Mother's Day. That must be the only reason, and the people can now meet outside, so they're probably going to go see their mother and see how it's all going. But yeah, I've dropped stuff off. That'll do. Don't need to worry about anything else. All right. Ooh, O'Hara's Irish Stout. I've not had that. I was looking. See, one of the things I'm looking to do is I do sort of the lineups where I do a beer of a type and taste it. And I was looking to try and do maybe near a wintertime stouts. And I know I can get Murphy's easily, but O'Hara's I haven't actually seen. So it's a bit. It would be nice if I could just do Irish stouts, but I don't think there's enough because Guinness has literally bought out the market out there, haven't they? Mersey Piers, why you could just have a coffee stout instead of just having a coffee. I know you're driving around, but who cares? Transcribes, it might get messy. I'm not sure. I've had those. Actually had them last year in April. I had all 3 of the different Guinness export ones, but I didn't have them back to back, of course. And if I'm not messing up, I've lined up the. It's not that strong actually. I think it's 6.5, 5.5 from Porterhouse. So Porterhouse are an Irish brewery. They have a pub in London, Covent Garden. the Porterhouse, where they sell all their own beers, and I've got one of their celebration stouts, which looks nice. I bought it last year. I've held on to it, so let's celebrate. Let's crack open. The pub's going to be opening soon. It's a month away, and I've already done sort of. I know it sounds weird. The pub garden's open on the 12th of March, and then I've sort of done. Well, my mate was saying, "Oh, you're playing 3D chess, aren't you?" And I was thinking, "What do you mean?" He goes, "Well, I've planned that everyone's going to go on the 12th, so I'm going to go on the 13th. Let them all get pissed and whatever, and then leave the gardens to me the day after." I'm hoping. And so it is sort of 3D chess. I'm trying to plan what everyone else is doing so I can go the opposite way. Right, no worries. Take care. I'm just going to be rambling for 2 hours. Any pointer questions or grievances aiming at me? I'll see if I can help at all. James, thanks very much. To be fair, it's yeah, I've been looking to start a channel, and I was just looking to do some travel stuff, and then obviously COVID hit, and drinking more at home, and I'd done home brewing and never really thought of doing anything with it. So I thought, oh, do you know what? When the pinter came, I was like, right, that's it, Liam, do some stuff. I've still got loads of videos from 2019 when we went out to Vegas and LA, and I've got stuff from up in Scotland still that I meant to upload and edit and upload, but between the drinking and the recording and editing, no chance. And general work, of course, that's taken me out a lot of time. Oh, what beer calendar was that you got the Porterhouse in those years? I didn't know anyone had chucked them in. See, they've got an oyster stout, which I had, and it was slightly better, I'd say, than their dry stout. Slightly better. Many a nights. Does that mean overnight as well, Triceratops? You spend many a night in the Porterhouse. The Porterhouse it's not bad. I like it because of its layout with the levels. So you've got your floor, main ground floor, let's call it that. Then you've got stairs up to a level, and then you've got another level above that. But on the other side, you've got a level in between. Then you've got the little table, which is actually, funnily enough, before they locked down, the last place I drank was the Porterhouse. So this was in March, exactly last year. Paddy's weekend, I was in the Porterhouse, and I was with my mates on the table right by the toilets on that lower level in between the ground and the lower ground bar. Just managed to grab that and stay there the whole night. Easy, really, at that stage. Just make sure we weren't too pissed walking down the stairs with the beers. But yeah, but it's a good pub. It's a good pub. Lots of good pubs in London that, when I was going through yesterday on the train from north to south, I was looking at places going, oh, damn it, I'm missing the pub. I'm missing the pub. Oh, that's the perfect idea. I was always saying to my missus, I would like a custom one, but I'm thinking what I could do is just literally buy beers at the beginning of the year, forget what the hell I've bought, and then she can give them to me in December. They'll have to be like bottle aged beers, and trust me, I would forget the amount of beers I got up there. I was looking through and I was like, oh, bloody hell, didn't realise I got that. Oh, okay. When they hopped over. It's actually a really big pub, and it's quite decent. And the beer obviously is only beer that you can really get there. There's not many other places you'd be able to get in London. I know a lot of people go, why am I saying Molly's? Dear God, my head's just stuck at Molly now. I'm thinking of flogging Molly. Bugger. It was there on the tip of my head there. Waxy. Little Waxy's and Waxy's little sister and Waxy's. I know a lot of people go there. Waxy's, though, although it looks big, I don't think it's got as much space, and obviously there's no light really. It's all dim and indoors, which is okay, but yeah, it's not to my style. Although I do go there, but I tend to be sat at the front bar, not down further by the fake tree and all the rest. But yeah, there's a lot of good Irish style pubs or Irish pubs. and there's plenty of old cracking Irish boozers. Honestly, I was surprised the amount that there were in the Vauxhall Wandsworth area. There's loads of Irish old school boozers there. Some of them are like run down, but that's fine. I like a good old boozer. One of my favourites, though, for style of just how it looked and felt was bugger, Flanagan's. Yeah, I've got all these names coming in my head. Irish. I was thinking Mally's. Flanagan's, which is in Battersea, next to the railway track, near the Cats and Dogs home. So if you go to the Cats and Dogs home, you'll see Flanagan's there, and that's a really nice place. Yeah. Just bought a pinter. First brew on your channel was the first one that came to me. Well, James, there's plenty of people that have done stuff on the pinter on YouTube, and I think I've watched a lot of people's, and I've learned things as well. So a lot of people rehydrate the yeast. I knew that anyways from home brewing, but with the pinter, I've just not bothered. I've just done it as it is. I'm a bit lazy in that way. I could even, if I was brewing the same beer, like the lager that time, I could have took the yeast from one and then put it back into the other one, so they'd already, been in the brew. But I thought it's fair to only put one against the other at that stage. Yeah. Did you know, Mersey, did you know what she'd bought? She kept it hidden from you, because my missus one time was asking for access to my Untapped to find out what I'd been drinking. I was a bit nervous at that stage. I was like, oh, damn it, she's going to see what I've been drinking. Do I want to give her access? But I had to, because I wanted beers. I had to. It was the only way. Yeah. Waxies only have Irish people, from what I'm aware. They only have Irish people selling behind the bar. So when it's with your pinter, you don't need to worry about venting. So it should be the vent on the back is supposed to let the pressure out when it builds up inside. You don't want to be having the vent turned off. I mean, from carbonation to off, because then you'll just be letting any of that CO2 that's been created by the yeast just out. You don't want that. You want to be able to have that trapped inside. When the pressure builds up too much, the vent at the back is supposed to release it. But mine's having a problem with the vent isn't actually working properly, and it's not releasing, which is why I'm sort of going in and releasing. I have seen some people say during the first 3-4 days of fermenting, it might be handy to just release a little. So turn it only a small bit, release it, and turn it back again. But I've not experienced any benefit doing that. But the real test will be with this one, with me manually venting it. But ideally, with the pints, you should just be leaving it as it is. If it's over, brewing at that stage, if it's built up a lot, then it will just push out the vent on the top. That's what it's there for. And you just leave it until, I don't know, last day, your brewing day, and then you undock it. That's all you need to worry about. Irish Beer Snobs podcast. I've not actually. Do you know what? With podcasts, I haven't really listened to many podcasts, mainly because I'm not traveling anymore. It's been over a year, hasn't it? But yeah, that'll be interesting. I was annoyed because I was in Dublin 2 years ago, and I didn't get to go to Open Gate Brewery or their Open Gate area because it wasn't open on days I was there. That was quite upsetting. I would have liked that to go there and try it. But I did do the whole Guinness thing for like the 4th time ever. But they had some Open Gate stuff on, so I saved up my tokens that they give you just to go to the Open Gate and drink some of the stuff that they had. And that's where I first tried the Citra, which was nice. But I'm a fan of Citra anyways, and that was really nice. Basic brew, hence pints. Yeah, mate, it's basic. What I'm doing here, I'm basic brew. I'm basic brew as well. I would like to dabble more with the hops and the grains to see what you can make from them or what you like rather than the extracts. But that's more a journey, like with beer. When you're drinking beer, discovering what you like. I think the underlying tones of the yeast styles, the grains they used, and the hops are all what makes beer. And when you find out those different styles and try beers with them, that's when you start to discover what you like. Which is why I like a lot of the single hop variety beers because it gives you the full flavour of what that beer should be like. But then again, I say there's the impact of the yeast, the water as well. But you get an idea if it's being dry hopped with that yeast, then you get an idea of it. I did not see the White Hag has sacked the head brewer for making dodgy comments. The White Hag is I actually like the White Hag, but the White Hag, I'm a bit biased maybe. It comes from where my mum's from in Sligo, and when I was out in Ireland, I travelled over to Sligo, of course, and I tried to find their brewery and buy beer from them. No chance. Their brewery's like a garage lockup, isn't it? And there was no sort of when I went there was no place to buy anything. But the superstore in the area, I can't remember the name of it now. They had their beers. They had the whole range of beers. I was absolutely shocked. But yes, I just picked it up from them. But the White Hag, I've liked their beers for the sense of, as say, bias, and also it's some craft beer from Ireland. They're one of the big names, and Ireland's obviously known for Murphy's, which is Heineken, and Guinness, which is, well, bugger. Why have my brain? I'm lost today. Guinness, which is Diablo. I've got Diablo. Do you know what? I'm totally lost it today. Diageo. I'm about to look it up on my phone. I already remembered again. Really just lost it. Yeah, with YouTube algorithms and uploading and all the rest. But the problem with the Pinter is that I'm trying to upload Pinter videos, but there's a limit because I've only got 2 Pinters, and obviously there was the delay for 3 weeks, and I've got other things that I'm interested in. But yeah, not much I really can do. So the original plan was I was trying to interlace. I've got my UK Brewery project on a Sunday. Every Sunday I've got them uploading. Once a month I've got my lineup videos where I do 10 beers and rank them. And then I was trying to do brewing and stuff in between, but it's the length of time to do brewing that you can't get that much done. That's what causes the issue at that stage. Oh dear, yeah. Well, Mersey is just reading yours. Sorry, I'm behind on the comments here. Sorry, and I've got a 20-second lag as well. Yeah, you're at 3K, so I'm just 2.6, I think I'm at. It may be that, but yeah, I didn't want to see how much I've been drinking over a certain time, or you know, what I'd been drinking on certain days. Because I'd say go out with the mates and have a few drinks, but she'd look and go, "Well, that's not a few drinks." So resigned, he wasn't. He jumped before he was pushed at that stage, you're saying transfer. So Joe Kearns, far right groups. Well, in Ireland, what's far right mean at that stage? So shouldn't actually say that because of my family connections to certain things. I'm not involved in anything. There we go. I just leave it there. Lol Gill Dark Magic, bloody fantastic. Saturating Santa is probably your favourite. Absolutely incredible. See, I'm going to ask a question here. IPA wise, do you guys prefer just an IPA, or do you think a double IPA or even going into triple territory is better? For me personally, a lot of the IPAs are good, but I generally would go for a double IPA, not because of the ABV. I just think it's got more body and more flavour, and they have to put in, I think, more hops to compensate for that alcohol level. So I think it's kind of double IPA territory for me that I prefer. General beers. No, cheers, James. I'm just doing anything in general at this stage. It's still locked down. Not sure what's going to happen come pubs reopening. I know more of us are going to be out, but there's still weekday drinking where with mates and everyone working from home, it's a bit difficult because my mates aren't all nearby. I've got one nearby, and then the rest are actually quite a travel distance, whereas work would make it easy because you would all be in London. So even if you're not working in the same place centrally, you could meet up with them. I'm looking forward to some beer festivals this year. I am definitely, and I know Raggy and Harry and others are behind this as well. I'm definitely looking to go into Nottingham Beer Festival or Robin Hood Beer Festival, whatever they call it. I'm looking forward to going to that. I just need to sort out a hotel. I want to confirm if the missus is coming up, or if she's not. Because if she's coming up, then I'll be booking Central. If she's not coming up, then I'll probably be booking like two separate hotels in different areas for different days. But yeah, it'll be interesting. I'm looking forward to that. I'm not sure about the London Craft Beer Festival. I would only go for a day. I don't feel I'd pay that much for 4 days or 3 days, sorry. And then the Bristol one, again tempted, but I might be away. So beer festival wise, there's quite a lot out there that I'm tempted to go to. Let's see what happens. Double IPA, yes. Yeah, I know one. Oh, well. Oh, he was US based and he tweeted saying, "Oh God, okay, yeah. Oh dear, we'll just leave that as it is. We'll leave that as it is. Won't even go there at that stage." Apart from saying, "What a name Proud Boys is." Yeah, that's the thing with IPAs. I'd also say I don't know where the idea of a double comes in. You've got your 6.2, let's say for an IPA, and then doubles at 8. I see some doubles trying to come in at 7.5 when really 8 is that mark of it's a double. But a lot of beers that were advertised as IPA, yeah, you get 6%, but a lot of them were aimed for the session market, so 5.5. But I don't know, 5.5 is session, yeah. But it does sort of change the flavour slightly. I think there's a bit less on the. Sorry, just reading the thing. Yeah, a bit less on the hop flavour on it. Sorry, I got distracted just reading something. Pastry stouts. Oh, they're not cool, but I love them as well. Yeah, pastry stouts. They are good, but they're not session drinking, I would say, just because of the sugary or flavour level that you're getting from them. I've had quite a few pastry stouts, and I do like them, but it wouldn't be something that I run to, and it wouldn't be something that I could do a whole day drinking of, or same one, or back to back of different ones. I think it's a case of I would have a pastry stout and then move on to something else, or in between if I want like a little sugar pick me up at that stage when you're on a bit of a session. A pastry stout is always good. A stout was always good, anyways. I find on the session if you do that sort of break up, get the dark one, also dark shits afterwards at that stage. But yeah, get a dark beer in, sort of build you up a bit. I used to when I was much younger, actually pre pub age when I shouldn't have been in pubs. I used to start the night on 2 pints of Guinness before I moved on to whatever I moved on to, which was mainly mainstream lager or God, snake bites. Oh, those, yeah, that'd be great. Yeah, Mersey, I know you're going to cause chaos in Nottingham, and also I think Harry's looking at like you lot getting some sort of flat so you can do bottle shares together and everything. Oh, do you know what? He said your previous one stunk of farts, so I don't know what you lot are up to or what you're drinking. Someone needs to sort out what they're drinking. But yeah, Mercy Beers, take care. See you soon. Adam, hiya. Yeah, do you know what? I've got a video. When is it? I think it may be the one this month actually. So on the 23rd, I've done the beers from the supermarkets, but I didn't do Perlenbacher because I couldn't find that at my Lidl, which sounded strange. So Lidl only had one beer representing it, and actually, I could have. I'm thinking now there was a co-op near me that had their own beer as well that I could have put in as well, but I didn't. But yeah, Perlenbacher's a. Am I thinking of? But do you know what? I'm trying to think here. My brain is completely shot today. I'm going to be honest. It's completely shot. I don't even know why. Perlenbacher. Am I thinking of the German brand beer or the Lidl own brew beer that they've got? There's two that are very similar named in my head. But either way, I think they're both quite solid beers to drink. Because I'd done that 23rd of March and got the video coming out, I still need to finish editing it. I'd done that sort of lineup of 10 beers. I had to buy them all as 4-packs. So I've been drinking supermarket beers for the past month practically. And I'm down to my final cans. And some of them are really enjoyable. Some are not great. Some are chill it the fuck out, chill it down as low as possible and it's drinkable. And then move on to something else. But it's been good. It's been good trying them all. I'm just reading through some of the previous ones. Sorry. I was reading Trisaurus, Mystery Mersey and that, just catching up. Yeah, sorry. I don't know what's been my brain today. Part of it's on thinking of work tomorrow and what I need to do, but don't really want to think about that. Yeah, work. Ugh. Anyways, right. I've been drinking between the two, and I've taken my time because this is half an hour nearly, or just over. Sorry. This is definitely carbonated because it's not, I mean, it's CO2 in here. There's not any nitrogen. So it's CO2 that's created this sort of fizzy head that you get on top. And it's all small bottles, unlike the nitrogen on here. Now, ever since they introduced nitrogen Guinness, that's obviously become the main go-to Guinness. And the original is now no longer in the picture. You don't get original in pubs, you just get nitrogen only. And this is what everyone's used of. And it's smooth, and that's what nitrogen does, makes the beer smooth and easy to drink. Whereas the carbonation, or the original version here, it feels weird nowadays to have CO2 in the stout. And it's not as smooth, and I think the CO2 takes away from the stout flavour. You don't get as much as the roastiness because of how it's in there. What was the W word? What's the W word? I'm really just wondering what the W word is. I'm still drinking these. They're going down. Right. They're both gone. And I'm going to have to pop downstairs to pick up the other two beers. What I'm going to do is actually... How quick am I going to be? I don't know how quick this is. What I'm going to give you is the sneak peek, or what I've currently done for the upcoming Pinter. So this is just the video that I've currently got at the moment. So I'll give you this, and I hope that the audio and everything's working. Otherwise, it's just gonna be silent with pictures. It's been quite a wait, but finally I've got my next fresh press through from the Pinter, from the Greater Goods. They've had some issues, or more should I say, they've been changing some of suppliers. This is the new 1 litre bottle, which they say is going to be used to create bigger AVB products in the future. And I was interested to see when they upgrade from 700ml to the 1 litre, whether they would, you know, right in Californian common lager. Had to look at the label because I can't remember that. And I'm also going to be adding some jaggery to it. So jaggery is unrefined cane sugar, and I think it's also got some date oil perhaps mixed in with it as well. So I've got 110 grams here. I was aiming for around 100, 110 is fine. And I'm going to be melting this and putting it into my pinter, which I've already filled with water. And then I'm going to be adding in the press mix. So right now I'm going to get on with bringing this down so that it's dissolved in water. My jaggery is now nicely dissolved, and oh, it smells like
a malt extract solution. Oh, this is smelling nice. Now, the difficult part, I didn't plan this properly. I'm going to pour this into the pinter. You can see the bits that didn't dissolve there at the end. That's fine. Okay, that's in the pinter. Next, opening this up. I'm going to be doing this for the longer brew times. So on the front, it's still got the shorter times, which is 6 days brewing, 2 days conditioning. I'm going to be doing the 8 days brewing and 7 days conditioning. And they've got a bigger, thicker bottle head, it looks like, along with a much thicker foil cap. Okay, hoppy and malty. Oh, more liquidy because, as I said, it's not as concentrated. Now, the only problem with this is, does it raise the level in the pinter quite a lot higher? Okay, I'm going to make sure, as always, I just get that last bit out, but because it's not as thick, I won't need to add as much water because it's much more light now, the concentration. And this is the highest I've ever had the pinter actually go up to. So I hope it all comes out okay. I haven't overfilled it. There we go. I wonder if they'll have to adjust the line down in here now that we've got the 1 litre ones, or ask people to just make sure they're below, because I was just below the line and then obviously I added some water here. So that is my solution. Just going to give a little clean up on the top there where I spilt a bit of the jaggery on the cap, and we'll then get pitching the yeast. I'm not going to hydrate the yeast. I don't feel like it. This is a warmish solution anyways, with the warm there and the water I've put in, and it's their own West Nouveau style yeast, not sure what it is. I'm going to pitch that and then leave that to brew and then condition.
Hello. So I have my 2 bottles, which again, I've set the focus all the way back here. Sorry, I haven't set autofocus on, which I still don't think I'm fully focused. So I'm just double checking on this. This is the Irish one, and this is the Nigerian one, isn't it? Jeez. Yeah, Nigerian one. So the foil cap's Nigerian. This is the Irish one. The Belgian one looks exactly the same as this, but I think it's got a slightly higher ABV on the Belgian one. Belgium's 8%. And then there's loads of others crossword that I'd love to try. There's the Ghanaian one, there's the Malaysian one, I think, and so many others. Now, I am just reusing these glasses, give them a quick rinse. They're not going to really develop a head. So, yeah, not going to develop a head. Dryosaurus, if you beard out, it doesn't matter at that stage. Red wine is good. I do like red wine, and I do like port. I've got still some port to drink downstairs, and you're now tempting me at this stage to go for port. I've also got my whiskey. I've only got my Jameson's open. I have a load of other whiskey, and I've got something as well that's quite, oh dear, I'd say special, but I don't think it's special. It's dangerous. Something from India I've got there. From the, you get cashews. Cashews come from a fruit. They ferment the fruit of the cashew to make this product. And then my one that I've got has been aged in a barrel for 12 years or something. So it's very dark, but it's just, it's lethal stuff. So I'm going to open, first of all, the Irish one. Nice bit of smoke came off there. I'm going to pour this in. I'm really not going to get ahead on these because, maybe I am, because they are not meant to be. They're just, that looks probably better than the bloody other beers that I got. All right, let's go into this one. Getting smoke off that as well. This is the Nigerian one. Now, these aren't the big bottles, so in case you're upset, these aren't the huge bottles that they do. These are the 325 ml, well, 330 325. So Nigerian's 5 ml smaller, but they do the, I want to say 600 ml, but it might be 550 at that stage. I'm going to smell the Irish one first. Actually smells quite sweet. That's bizarre. I'm taking this off my ear a second. You can see my ears going all red from wearing this as well. Actually, I'll put it this way. Got a port in the house because it's probably your favourite drink. Port is an amazing drink. Honestly, port is an amazing drink. Sherry, not bad. Port, bloody amazing. I do love port. Although when I went up to when I was up in Scotland, sorry, I was thinking something else. I was reading Greg's little post, greedy little pig here reviewed with the big bottles. Of course you did. Oh dear, man. Oh, I'm not doing that. Yeah, the small bottles because they're higher ABV, and then I've got a similar sized bottle of the Celebration one, Celebration Stout from the Porterhouse, which I'll crack into. But that's not as high ABV as I thought it was. So I may need to put another beer on. I've only got a really light bitter in the fridge, which is 3.8%, so that's not great. All right, I'm swirling the Nigerian one just to. They both smell very sweet, although this has a much bigger nose on it. Smells like a cane sugar, or they put something else in this, don't they? And I think was it on your channel, Greg? I probably watched this or read this. They use something else in here, don't they? I think it's part of the requirement being in Nigeria. It's not entirely malt. They add something else in as part of the agreement. It definitely gives a different smell on the Nigerian compared to Dublin. All right. Do you know what? It's got that. It's got that Guinness taste to it. The Guinness malt extract is in here. It is nice, and then the ABV comes, which I'm fine with. I don't mind that. That is. I don't know if it's because I've gone from Guinness to Guinness, and I've got my palate ready. That is tasting delicious. That's dangerously delicious. I previously bought the foreign extra to like a barbecue as well. For people, I'll bring the Guinness, and then I bring this. And I'm like, what the fuck's that? And I'm like, it's Guinness. You enjoy it. Just looking on the camera, it looks like a bloody goatee. It's just how my hair grows. I haven't shaved, that's all. I honestly do have hair along here. It's just showing as like a goatee, it looks like. Yeah, this one's definitely got a different smell. I'm going to have to Google, unless it says on here what they're using. Brewed. Oh, this is terrible label. It is sorghum. Is that it? Because the second ingredient on this. Right, ingredients on this are not even listed. Wow. Okay, no ingredients listed on that properly. But ingredients on this say something like sorghum, water, sorghum, then malt. I don't know what sorghum is. There we go. Right. Let's try this one. That flavour is different. That is completely different. Wow, that is much, much sweeter. I wonder before the government decree came in that they were supposed to use this. All I know is there was a local crop, and they were told to use more of it because obviously it helps local farmers and all the rest, rather than having to import everything to make their Guinness foreign extra. But it definitely has changed that flavour. I don't think it was like this probably 10 years ago. I'm not entirely sure of the export history. So This says, the reason why it's foreign extra, on the back it says, brewed to travel the world with more hops for a bold, intense, rich flavour. So this is Guinness with adventure in its soul, served chilled and drinking the beauty of Guinness foreign extra. So obviously a bit like the IPAs in the UK that were sent to India, they hopped this and had a higher ABV so it could travel the seas to make it. And that is it, yeah, but, Greg, yeah, the plant sorghum is what they use because it's readily available, sustainable. I knew I knew something about the story, and I was looking at that thinking that must be the plant name when the ingredient. But if we had smell-o-vision, I could give this to you. It smells much sweeter. Like I'm not even getting sweetness off this now that I've drunk this. On this one, I'm getting the malt, and it's a good malt. This one, I'm just getting sweetness, which is perhaps deceptive. Yeah, that's not Guinness in my eyes now. It's definitely changed from when I've probably had it 10 years ago. It must have changed, but I'll trust Greg as the source of all, or the fount of all knowledge at this stage to confirm for me or not. But I can see a place for this. This is definitely nice if you're wanting, a sweeter beer at that stage, and it definitely will do. But if you're wanting Guinness, it's definitely the Dublin version or the Belgian version. The Belgian version is quite nice. Yeah, I should update that logo to just say what it is I'm doing. Isn't that great? All right. I'm going to fill these, aren't I? 7.5%, thankfully not the large bowls. And I'm only an hour in, less than an hour in. You'll start to see my face go red, as it looks red already, but I'm not sure if that's just the contrast between the light I've got here and the light coming in from outside. Can you see the shadow? It's because I've got a light here, just to, you can see how dark it is without that. If I turn it down, so I've got this wee light, which I probably put up too bright just now, to try and create a balance. I'm going to be pissing about with it now. I shouldn't have changed it. Little dial knob just to change. Oh well. Yeah, this is very, very sweet. I find it a bit sickly at this stage. I have enjoyed this before, but I'm just wondering, 2 cans of that, then this. Let's see. I think I'll probably stick with that one. So apart from Trinosaurus, who's admitted he's not on the beer, he's on the red. What is anyone or everyone else drinking at this stage? I do wonder. I'm not saying drunk, but I'm drinking now because it's early on a Sunday, and then I can just chill for the rest of the evening. And if I want, I can open some of those supermarket lagers that I've got remaining and drink them while watching some other beer reviewers. I've got some editing I need to do as well. I've also got to sort out some research as well. Oh dear, I'm not going to be stripping. I'm not going to be stripping Tyrannosaurus. I can tell you that straight away. My missus would come in and stop the stream at that stage. It's not a no holds barred or anything at that stage. No, it's not at all. It's not family friendly, but it's decent. It's decent. That's the level it's at that stage. It's the decent level. Just thinking, missus. Yeah, don't worry. I was going to ask her a question there, and I was like, well, what's the point midstream? I just realised I'm wearing green. It's not because it's Paddy's Day, my pre-Paddy's Day, it's just I'm green at that stage. Do you know what? Adnam's Broadside is a wonderful beer in bottle. And that's all I need to say, in bottle. In cask, the ABV is so much lower. And I do wonder why certain beers. So, London Pride, for example, as well. Never been a fan of London Pride. I think it's got a diacetyl taste to it. I'm not a big fan of it. And I avoided it for many years. And when I did have it in the pubs, I was never a huge fan of it again. But I had it in bottle since lockdown. And in bottle, I was both burping and looking at something there. In bottle, it is amazing. But is that because it is also a higher ABV in bottle? And that's what I think the flavour and the mouthfeel of the beer changes based on the ABV. That's why if they produce a 2.8% version of a beer that is 5%, it does not taste the same. There's complete difference you can tell because the alcohol adds to the mouthfeel. So it changes it entirely. But London Pride in bottle, it's actually quite nice. The Adnams from Broadside, it's a lovely beer. It is a lovely beer. I've had it on cask and it's okay on cask. It's something that if I seen, I would drink. Especially it's because most of the pubs in London are either Pride or Doom Bar or, to be fair, Tribute, which I would probably go for Tribute over any of those anyways at that stage. But Adnams is a solid beer at that stage in cask, but all the more better on in a bottle. I should have mine. You got the Adam. You got the mini kegs. Is it the five quid's not bad for that? Do you know what? With the mini kegs, there's check out the top of it and see, but you might be able to use that for bottling some of your homebrew. So rather than like putting into the pint of 5 litres of it, put 5 litres of it into your mini keg, and it might be that if you try to pry the top lid off, it breaks. You can actually buy them online replacement wise, and they cost only, I think you buy a pack for 5 for a quid or something like that. Stupid. But you put your homebrew in that and condition it, and then pour from it. And it's a nice small container, 5 litres, smaller than the pint at that stage, so it works nicely, doesn't it? Yeah, you're drinking it right now. That's a good one. Where'd you pick it up from? Was it one of the supermarkets, 4 for 6 quid? Because that's the best thing about it. The fact that you can actually get that in the supermarket deal as well, which is impressive. I do like that. Spartan from Munich. Oh, so I work. I'm going to say I said the W word, and I'm not going to drink up on these. Where my workplace is based is Canary Wharf right now. I used to be Victoria. I'm now Canary Wharf, and they have in both those places a German themed bar, and obviously Spaten, it's Spaten, isn't it, from Munich? Lovely beer. I did love going to that German beer place because you can drink. I love the variety of pubs where I can go and you can drink and do all that you need to do in the other pubs. But it's always nice to just have a pub that stands out. By stand out, I mean like you get a beer that you wouldn't find anywhere else normally. So the German beer bar was always good in the sense of you go, do you know what? I just want some proper, easy lager pilsners. At that stage, you go, I know where I'm going to get that. I'm going to go to the Munich Bicycle Club. I think it's Munich Bicycle Club. Yeah. Why am I saying Bicycle Club? Do you know what? I said my brain is today. Yeah, so that's a good place that I used to like to go. And then I had the whole idea of you got Sam Smith's, only Sam Smith sells Sam Smith's. And sometimes you feel like it, you just go, do you know what? I feel like going to Sam Smith's and getting well, I do like, I'm impartial to their fruit beers. They do in bottle, but they're a bit pricey. But if you wanted something else from them, I think all their beers are quite solid in the sense of what they are. But I like having a variety of pubs that you can go, I'm in this style or mood, or I just don't want the mainstream stuff I get everywhere else. Can I find something nearby otherwise? Victoria's better for that than Canary Wharf. Canary Wharf is obviously quite limited with high rents and all the rest. But jump on the DLR and you can quickly be in Greenwich and loads of clubs. That's it, precisely. Do you know what? Munich Cricket Club. I know it was CC, and I thought it was a bicycle. Do you know? I'm thinking in my head of oh, there's a beer I had which was from a Sri Lankan restaurant called Bicycle Club. Oh, I'm just not with it at all. I tell you, my brain is not with it. Switch up to fashion porter from pressure dropping a bit. All the dark beers being consumed just make me want one. I do apologise. It's all dark beers today. I might go live Wednesday, or I might, don't know, join a stream or whatever that stage. Let's see. It's Paddy's Day. Have a few beers. See what's going on. I don't mind. I normally, it's strange. I normally try and do just to appease the missus, not myself. I do it like a Tuesday drink, and then I'll do like a Friday or Saturday, Friday, Sunday. You know, not drinking every day just to make her happy. If I was at work, it's a W again. If I was not at home working, then I would be drinking more often at that stage. Morrison's, I will say this. I went Morrison's yesterday again. I've got like 2 Morrison's near me, and they both stock slightly different ranges, which is nice. But Morrison's online have a massive range of ales that you don't find in the shops for me. So I'm obviously southeast London area. Morrison's are more Midlands, West area. But when you go to the online, they have a massive, massive choice of beers from Wales, Yorkshire, and the west of England. And most of those, well, I had a massive order at beginning of lockdown from them, but honestly, the beer choice there is really good in their 4 for 6. So if you were to order online and just tell your missus, do you know what, let's order from Morrison's this week, you could stock up with loads of beers that you've not had before, particularly the Welsh range of beers that are available there. And some of them, yeah, hit and miss, but a lot of them are really solid beers for what they are. And 4 for 6, really, £1.50. If the beer's not that good, you drink it, you move on. Who really cares at that stage? Yeah. So you're also on the red wine. Oh dear, also on the red wine. Yeah, Canary Wharf isn't the best, I'd say, for drinking. There's loads of pubs there, and everyone's always at Slug and Lettuce or All Bar One. The other option now is obviously there's the Spoons there as well, but generally for me, I get on that DLR and I get out of that area as soon as possible. I do not drink in Canary Wharf, apart from if it's some sort of work thing going on. I just get out of there. But I'm not there at the moment, so the difference is if I was back there, I'll probably be drinking right now. You know, if I got back there, because it's work from home and the offices are open. If the office is open, I was in a few days a week at that stage, I definitely would be having a few beers. Yeah. Oh, I'm not a teacher. I'm not a teacher. I don't think I could teach. I don't think I could ever teach. If I was a teacher, it'd be maths or something stupid like that. Just because you got the textbook and it's a clear yes/no answer. You just go through. They haven't shown they're working out. Who cares? It's wrong. That's wrong. Who cares? That's all I would do. I'm not. No, I'm not a teacher. If I was a teacher, I'd be drinking every night of the week. No, that's bad. Yeah, blame lockdown. What do you mean? Teachers drink all day long. Do you remember? Oh, well, I'm showing my age at this stage if I say this. I loved the TV show Teachers when I was a teenager at school. And it's on Channel 4 with Andrew Lincoln. That is a lovely show. Makes me laugh. Love it. Only the first 2 seasons when he's in it anyways. After that, it went downhill. But yeah, teachers drink all the time. They do. and so does anyone else really at that stage. If you're given the opportunity, like Canary Wharf Brewdog opened. That was the one thing in my favour. Brewdog opened, and there was actually a place near another place open where you pay per pour, so it measures how much you're pouring. You have to. It's so stupid. You have to buy a card, load it with money, then go to the machine, tap it, and then pour, and then whatever you pour, you pay for. And then if you want more beer and you've got no money, you've got to go to person to top up again. So you're pouring your own beers, which is nice, but most people don't know how to sort of pour a beer from a tap. So they'll get it wrong. And it's the same with wine. And they're a big company. They've got a few places. I can't remember who they're called. I said I've got like a brain rot today or something going on. But yeah, I never went in there, but I was tempted. Their keg beers looked kind of nice, the lineup, but I just didn't want the whole hassle of having to actually turn up there and go, can I put 20 quid on it? Can I pay a deposit for the card, put 20 quid on it, have the beers, and then go to them and say, can I cash this in? Because it's the whole idea of you put money in, you got to go back again. And I don't really want to do that. But yeah, the Brewdog is the escape for me in Canary Wharf itself. It's the only place really to go that I know I won't bump into people from work, only because my workplace is the other end of Canary Wharf, and people are so lazy they won't walk that far, but I do. I actually do anything to escape. So a lunchtime beer, it's not out of the question at that stage. Do you know what? I'm interested to try whatever this fruit or grain is that's sweet like this on its own. I'm getting like raisins from it, which is totally weird mixed with the malt of the Guinness. Mm. The more I drink in it, obviously I'm just sticking on this one for the moment because I'm saving the other one till later. Oh, yeah. I'm going to be honest. This life was before my time, but I have seen this life. But this sounds like a little man crush. Love Andrew Lincoln as a person, as an actor, anyways. Walking Dead, great as well. But yeah, everything he seems to touch turns to gold at that stage. But yeah, Teachers is definitely opening an eye into Teachers. Teachers weren't happy when Teachers came out, and I know it's an exaggeration of what teachers do, but you can see it with some of your teachers when you think back to school and you go, yeah, some of them clearly were. Um, and nothing better example than the PE teacher at that stage, or the IT teacher. Brian and them like this. They cracked me up on the series. They're really good. Yeah, so I have the Crop sub and the other ones that they got on there. So I originally was looking at the Crop sub previous Christmas. So this is before COVID and everything else. I was looking at buying the Crop sub. I was thinking it can not rest nicely on the kitchen area, plugged in. But the only thing that put me off was the idea that you're getting 2 litres out of it, which isn't 4 pints. And then you've got the first bit that you've got to pour and waste. And, even when it comes to the pints, sometimes, 5 litres, is that enough for the beer? And I was a bit like 2 litres, and it's quite noisy with the compressor that's going on to push the beer out. I sort of held off and I thought, no, let's see. I am tempted actually to see if and when. So, if and when we move house at this stage and we actually buy a place down south that has a garden, I can put a pub shed in. If that's the case and I run electrics out to it, I might buy one of those devices just because it's suitable for everything. The the other two that they do, and I said my brain, I don't know why my brain's not with it today. I'm not in gear at all. Um, the one from Phillips Perfect Draft and the other Heineken one, so the bigger version of the Krups. What's that called with the dome on it? Yeah, that one. Um, you know what I'm about. Yeah, that one. They seem more suitable, but then you're also stuck with the idea of you got 5 litres of a beer that if you don't like it, it's not that great. Phillips Perfect Draft seem to have a big choice of beers. The Krups is building, and I do like some of the beers that are on there. Like, I really, really would love to have the Gandalf IPA. Not because my missus is a massive fan of Lord of the Rings, and I could get away with saying, let's watch more Lord of the Rings, and I'll have a Gandalf IPA to go with it, and drink all of them in one go, and not tell her what ABV is. No, it's just, yeah, Blade. There we go. My brain's not with it. Yeah, the Blade from Heineken. No, I think they are good devices, especially if you got like a home pub barbecue going on. It's really nice. But if you only got 2 litres in a barbecue, you would have them taking up all that space in the fridge. And the fridge is used for storing all your meat. So how can you chill your actual torps in the fridge if you're putting all your meat in there? You have to, well, it depends how much space you've got in your fridge at that stage. But I think for me that would be the issue, because you're putting all your meat in, you're putting all the your subs in. Then you would be constantly, because you're in charge at that stage, having to switch out, chuck it, put another one in, and then wait for it to do its compressing. It gets a bit annoying at a barbecue at that stage, where I say, I think 5 litres is that mark where it's acceptable. So you got the 5 litre home mini kegs, the Pinter's 5 litres, which is that perfect mark, and then the Blade and the Villett's Perfect Draught, I think, are both that 4.5 to 5 litres, which is perfect. And I think that's how it works. Oh, you haven't used it. I thought Perfect Draft had a bigger option than the the Blade. I thought there was more options there. You put in the tops in the freezer. Oh, I've done that with beers as well. Yeah, yeah. It has to be done. Has to be done, doesn't it? Yeah. Oh, imagine a torps blowing in the freezer. Yeah. I've also seen people refilling the torps with the homebrew, but I think the effort that has to go in to refill a torps isn't worth it for 2 litres worth. It's just not worth it. If it's 5 litres, like the Blade or the Perfect Draft, then yeah, it makes sense. Trisaurus, so what would you be looking for on the Perfect Draft? What sort of beer would both satisfy you and your missus at that stage? I mean, I know she's not into the beer, but satisfy her that you're not getting pissed at that stage. You you set an alarm so it doesn't blow in the freezer. I love that. See, if that was me, I'd completely forget. I've nearly done that with cans. I've put a can in there. I've been drinking. I've gone to the fridge and got another can out, forgetting I put a can in the bloody freezer. And as I'm finishing my next can, I'm like, oh, bugger, I put one in the freezer. So I've got to quickly run in and, leave it for a bit. I've been a bit lucky because I'm not putting it at the bottom of the freezer, putting it at the top. But all I'm trying to do is chill it. Pack of peas, traditional pack of peas on top to cool it on both sides of that stage. Works a charm, works a charm. Right, that is definitely, Belgian-wise, it's sweeter, but as I go through, I'm getting a lot of a sort of Christmas fruit cake style flavour from it. So you're getting the raisins. There's a bit of malt, but not a massive amount of malt coming off that. But there's a bit of malt. Now we come to, I said I've saved the best till last on this one. This is the lovely Guinness Dublin Foreign Extra. I've got to pull it all the way back here to get it in focus, which is bizarre. I'm hoping I am in focus this whole time. Anytime I come close, I don't think I am. Yeah, so this is the Dublin one. Oh, that's it. Yeah. So just going back to the homebrew systems or the home beer systems, sorry, that are available. So Adam, perfect draft beers are not what I would go for. The Blade choice is pretty much just macro beers, sub all day for me. Yeah, I know. Look, I follow, not on this channel actually, bizarrely, I haven't actually followed him or added him. Um, Simon, Real Ale Craft Beer. I know he covers a lot of that, and I always thought when I'd looked that Perfect Draft had like Tiny Rebel and others signed up, but then I seen Tiny Rebel, I believe, on the sub. So, well, maybe I'm going crazy and seeing things, but I swear I've seen some of their stuff on there as well. The sub does have a good choice. I just don't think the pricing is quite right unless you get them when they're on offer, which is normally towards the end of their expiration date, which is not really in your favour. But what have you had on your sub? I'm interested. Have you had the Gandalf IPA? I'm still desperate for that. I've actually looked, a lot of those beers that they've had, I've ordered from Beer Hawk. I've had those beers in bottles, but I know having the beer in a bottle versus actually on draft direct, there's no there's no comparison. Direct on draft, so much better in that stage. And that's right, yeah. Blade was 8 litres. I meant to say that. 5 litres, 8 litres. Yeah, that's a lot more beer. A lot more beer. 8 litres is a lot more beer to enjoy, but also a lot more beer. um, I didn't see you only buy J Pour every time. Yeah, I'm confused because I thought they had signed up deals with certain breweries such as Thornbridge and Tiny Rebel, and I thought they signed them up, but maybe there's not that demand or output happening with it. Maybe that's why. Yeah, because Thornbridge have done a lot of collaboration brews that are interesting in my eyes. That they could at least put a few in a perfect draft and they would sell. Yeah, quite upsetting. But isn't the perfect draft machine slightly? So you're sort of thinking perfect draft's 5, isn't it? The other one's 2, sub's 2, and 8 litres for the blade. The blade is more, and I've actually seen it at bar, cafe places I've gone to. The blade is more geared towards a venue to sell from. And it does have that ability, the more dials and the light to light it up or whatever to show what's going on. So I've seen like Beer Moriarty in quite a few. I've actually had it from the sub at one of the places I went to as well. Went to like a beer cafe place that had it, and it's sort of more geared towards that. But one issue with all of them is you can't control temperature gauge and you can't control the sort of, I'd say PSI, but there's no gas going into it. But it'd be nice if you could a dial where you could sort of increase or relax the flow of beer, because the compressor's pushing out through the tap. But if you're able to make the tap a bit wider, there would be less. The compactor would have less impact, and so you wouldn't get your head. That would be interesting if they're able to do a device like that. But I said they're all good devices for drinking at home, and they give you that ability. It's the variety that we want to buy, isn't it? And it's them trying to tap in and say, look, people want this. Can you brew something for us that can come across? Just reading through. Sorry, Westmoreland is incredible for dark. Westmoreland is amazing. Anyways, Dean the other week done something that I have never even thought of, or seen or heard of, but they supposedly do at the brewery. The Westmoreland, he mixed the two, the Dubel and the triple, and put it into one, and that is something they supposedly do at their monastery brewery at that stage, and that's something I'd be interested to do. That sounds really good. I've never been Bruges, and I would love to go, and definitely something I've got to do. Bruges is a town I need to go to, and there's a road trip in my head that I've planned anyways, but let's see if I ever get made redundant and I take that money and go on a road trip, that'll be what I do. I'll give you all video updates at that stage. That'll be my full-time job for a year. There we go. If they give me redundancy, if I can dream. Revel Caddy Pal. See, I really liked Tiny Rebel. Um, but then I don't know if they became a bit too big. And like nowadays, they do a lot of adjunct. So they're chucking in all the flavors and everything else that goes with it. Um, I definitely feel that some of their stuff is a bit too quirky, and I'm not interested in that. The Cali Lager, mm, honestly, wasn't a big fan of. Well, not Lager, Cali Pale, and the Club Tropica, which was Club Tropicana before they got sued. I did like it when it came out, but it was of its time. Its flavors develop, and they brought something that was quite nice, sorry, and my palate has changed, and it's not quite to that level anymore. I'm not interested in it. 70 torps. Um, do you buy the bulks where you get you know, do you just individually buy the torps, or are you buying the bulks where you're buying like the 6 pack of one beer, or are you buying like one? Because I've looked at it so many times and I've been tempted. I really have been tempted, but I've sort of held off, and only because I know that if I drank it all in one go, the missus would have a go. She wouldn't care how if it's 2 liters, 5 liters. She'd have a go. So I'd have to buy the 5 liters just so I say, oh, it's not all gone, and just have one pint the next day, and then that's it. Yeah, all sold out for a poet draft. Yeah, yeah, Adam. Not going to get into promotion at that stage. I know with life right now, when you go on YouTube, you need to obviously be aware. And in my eyes, he should be marking stuff as ad. If you get sent something for free, in my eyes, that is an advertorial because you have been given something for free. It's the same as them paying you. And I do feel that YouTubers should be marking stuff as ad that way. Just saying, oh, I'm not being paid for this review, but I got it for free is, in my eyes, not sufficient. You really should be saying on it, you should be putting the hashtag ad so people know that you have been given the product for free. And I do feel if you're given a product for free, there's not really many people that will be very unbiased. And not to pick on Simon right now, like I don't watch Simon as much as I used to many years ago. I did like him probably 8 years ago. Is that his early days? I think at that stage. Um, I don't watch his reviews as much because I know if you grab the title, it's all about sensationalism and it's to grab the viewer. But that's worked for him, and I don't disagree. He has an opinion or view on beers that he's got a good palate, but um, I do feel that he, as they said, sensationalized certain things, and it's the whole idea of the line between getting something for free and being paid to do it. Like his link with Beers of Europe and the beers he gets with the brewers. Um, yeah, it's a sort of line to be careful of if you ever are doing something on YouTube. And I think if it was me, and I don't think I ever reach that level anyways, but if I got something, it'd be ad at that stage. It has to be marked as an ad because you can't clearly be unbiased if you're getting product for free. Take, for example, when Simon went to Green King Brewery and he was there in front of the head brewer, tasting the beers that they poured for them. Now, don't get me wrong, beers in a brewery always taste much better than the beer anywhere else because it's fresh and it's, at the correct the correct people been controlling, make sure all the lines are clean and it's at the correct, if it's carbonation, the correct PSI and all the rest that goes with it. But some of the ratings he gave were like, yeah, mate, you're saying like stone the crows because you're in front of, the head brewer. Of course you're going to do that. If I was in front of the head brewer, I'd be like, bloody hell, mate. I'm not going to give you a 6 for the Green King IPA. I wouldn't even give it a 6 in real life anyways. But yeah, it's the whole idea of I think stuff like that should be marked as ad because you're getting something for free. But there you go. Yeah, that's my little rant on that. Yeah, tricky. Sorry, delirium torp. Ooh, yeah. I don't see. I used to love Delirium, at Christmas, and the other ones. And the bottle design is lovely, anyways. Um, but my recent Deliriums, I haven't been a massive fan of. Let's say it's nice. I'm not saying it's bad. I've just been like, oh, okay. Um, and I don't know if that's just because of expanding to other Belgian beers and all the rest that I've had. But yeah, it's a mix for me. Used to go Bruges every. I'm so behind on comments. I do apologize. So Tyrannosaurus used to go Bruges every Christmas Day in a bar called Canberra. Oh, and did they have the beer, the glasses that go with it? And did they make you deposit a shoe as well so you didn't steal the glass? That's one of those places out there. I would love to go Belgium. Honestly, I went Belgium as a child with with my school. That's the only time I've been in Belgium. I definitely need to go. I'm jumping down the comments here. Yeah, this t-shirt is a visual representation, obviously, of one of my home brews. Yeah, you got it spot on, James. Um, I order a lot of my beer, as most people do, and that's one thing I'm wondering. A lot of beers I order on payday. I've never thought to think about, do the prices change or the offers change throughout a month? Do they offer discounts halfway through the month on those because they've got stock that didn't shift on the payday? I don't know. It's something to, for others to look into, not me at that stage. St. Frullian, quite nice actually. St. Frullian. I've had three of their beers, I think, at that stage. I quite like them. Yeah, they're not bad. De Guerre. That sounds like it's in France. I know Belgium. It's the French-speaking side of Belgium, I guess, at that stage. Oh. Do you know, there's a few pubs in central London with very steep stairs. So the Red Lion, which is on, I was going to say Mayfair. No, not Mayfair. Pall Mall. Pall Mall. If you go down Pall Mall, you've got the Red Line, which is near the Golden Line. The Red Line has very, very steep steps. Women go up, the men go down for the toilets, and I always find it quite funny, those stairs. Considering that if I was at that pub, I'm probably pissed at that stage if I've hit there, 'cause considering I worked in Victoria, to get across Hyde Park to there, I've had quite a bit. Yeah, it's always a test of, have you had too much? At least you're falling down and you can go piss. Getting back up's the issue. Um, yeah, we have goaty beers and all the rest. Chang, wow, you're a big fan of Chang beer. Do you know what I have in my cupboard? And I need to actually do. So I was thinking of doing a beers of the world sort of thing, much like I do my UK brewery project. I was thinking of doing like beers of the world, where I sort of just do a brief history about brewing and beers in a country. And my original plan was to do China, because I've picked up in the UK it's hard to find. You've got like Tsingtao or Qingtao, depends where you go. When I went China, everyone would tell me it was Tsingtao, but it depends where you are in the pronunciation. But yeah, I've got the Tsingtao. There's the Buddha beer glass one as well. That's Chinese. There's not much else you can get, and I've managed to also get a Tsingtao, and it's a year dated on it, which is when it was originally started by the Germans. That was when the brewery was created. So I was tempted to do a sort of beer thing where I go through that and talk about history in China, and then do other countries as well, such as like India and Australia. But yeah, it's just finding the time to research that sort of stuff as well. I've got loads of time with lockdown. I just can't be bothered. That's what it is. Uh, yeah, I would love to have Gandalf myself, and I would love to actually try it directly in Belgium at that stage on tap. That'd be great. Just reading through your comments. Sorry, when I bought my subject. Yeah, that's the thing. I was saying, like, I they've definitely removed the offers. When I was looking, as say in the Christmas, before lockdown, there were so many offers of the subs, and you could buy the sub with many packs, or the packs were offers that they had, or discounts on it all. As soon as lockdown happened, it was, they are a market that there's demand not meeting supply, or supply not meeting demand, sorry, wrong way around. Supply is not meeting demand. And of course, at that stage, the price can go up. A bit like if supermarkets increased the price of toilet roll, they could have. They didn't, because they know it pisses people off and they'll go to another supermarket. But I bet you if one supermarket, or they all agree to put the price up by 50p, people are, it's gone up, but they'll make do with it. But they're the exclusive distributor in the UK, so they can do what they like with it at that stage. I feel like I've been on this beer too long. I don't want to down it straight away. It sounds bad. I've been talking too much. That's the problem. Stop commenting. No. This is a very solid beer. In my eyes, this is a very, very solid beer. It's not Guinness. I give you that. So it's definitely not Guinness Draught. It's along the lines of Guinness Original because it's carbonated. But the extra ABV is 7.5%. So we are looking at a 2.5% uppage in the ABV. Yes, I use the word uppage. Yes. But that malt flavour is still there. It's not as carbonated as the original. The original in the can is very carbonated. I've had the original in bottle, and I think it's less carbonated. I was going to try and run out, but I'm so far behind schedule. When I was looking to go live, I couldn't run out and get it. But this is carbonated, but not overly carbonated. So when I put it in my mouth, I get minute carbonation bubbles. When I had the original, and that was, I'm like, oh, set the focus for all the way back here. That's terrible, isn't it? When I had the original, you feel the carbonation bubbles run round the tongue, which ruins the flavour receptors at that stage. I'm calling it that. I know that's not the terminology, but yeah. Oh. It's weird coming off the sweetness to this. Coming from a can of Guinness to this would be much easier. I shouldn't have drunk that. I should have left the sweetness for after, but I then didn't want to ruin the next one I'm going to go to. Yeah, this is really good. I do think the foreign extra are good. When I was younger, I didn't think that, but tastes change. I definitely felt that the foreign extra didn't have that taste of Guinness when I was younger, but now as I'm older and I take that sip, I get that Guinness undertone. I don't know if it's older or just developing taste buds and all the rest, but I can definitely feel the Guinness malt extract that's part of this, and it is a Guinness beer. It's not completely different. It's same Guinness, just a higher ABV and slightly hopped as well to make it survive, because hops do that. Pelforth is French, isn't it, Mark? So I'm trying to think. I had Pelforth. I ordered from Beers Europe. I had Pelforth, which came in I'm going to say 275ml bottle. They weren't 330. 275ml bottle. I had a few of theirs, and I really should check my Untapped, and everyone else can check it. Or, well, no. Whoever I've actually only one of you's added at this stage. Yeah. I'm just, oh, bloody hell. I've been on my phone for an hour and I got so many comments. It's just ridiculous. I'm just going to double check quickly. Pelforth Brewery. What have I had? I have 8 beers. Have I gone crazy? Have I selected the wrong? Not Pelforth Brewery, are they? Just called Pelforth. I've only had one of theirs, actually. Yeah, I've had a Pelforth Blonde, which I ranked as a 2.5 for me, 2.5, my scale is off. 2.5 is just, it's a beer. It's not bad, but I wouldn't go out of the way to drink it. And it was a 250ml bottle. And my description was malty. So, so great description at that stage. Yeah. By the way, I love my old man case styles for my phone. I hate having my phone separate as it is. I love to have a case for my phone. Oh, nothing like an old man case, honestly. Brand IPA. Ooh, actually, as well, I bought a lot of brand IPA on from, is it Beer Hawk or Beer 52 or whoever runs that. So brand, I'm going to bring up the brewery because that's the easiest way at this stage. So if I go up to the brewery, macro brewery, beers, I had the brand IPA, 3.5. So I consider that above average at that stage. I've had their blonde, 3.5, Imperator, 3.5, which is their 6.5% bock, and the up I give a 3. My scales are like, if you're 3, no, well, 2.5 is, I'm not really going to seek you out. It's like you're a beer, there's nothing wrong with you, but you're not to my liking. 3 is a beer of, that's not a bad beer, that's a good beer, and I will choose over other beers. 3.5 is, that's a very good beer, and if I see it, I will definitely get it. And then I've got my levels of 4 and 4.5 is the highest I've gone, in the sense of 4 is a outstanding beer that I will definitely go for. But most of those in the 4 to 4.5 are vintages just because of the level. But there are some that are up there, and the one that actually tops the list for me would be, let's just have a quick look at what I've rated and where they all are. So if I sort by high to low, oh, it's already sorted high to low, that's nice. So, Siren Barrel Aged Caribbean Chocolate Cake. This was the 2016 version. Beautiful. Right up there. Sussex Best from Harvey's. Amazing beer. Of course it is. I love the Sam Smith's Organic Chocolate Stout. That's amazing. Burton Bridge Brewery, who were new and took over, some of the recipes that used to be done in Burton. Santi Freeze is good. The Chinmay Blue, I love that as well. And actually, I rated this one before they became a champion beer of Britain, but Afghan Pale Ale. I was at the Britain Beer Festival serving their beers, and they were amazing. Loved it. Okay, I'm going to catch up. Sorry, comments. Funny thing is, regarding Nigerian sorghum-based Guinness, show my misspent voluntary furlough. Oh, have you not got it? You found it. That's the thing. Do you know what? I'm slightly annoyed. Not annoyed, but I'm a bit of an idiot. I bought these, not these ones here, but I originally bought the Foreign Extra, from Dublin, Belgium, and Nigeria from Beers of Europe. Now, Beers of Europe, I'm going to say straight out, I like them, but they are pricey. They will always be more than anyone else that you could look at. They charge like a 30 to 40p extra for a bottle or can than it should be, if you were to compare against anyone else. But unfortunately, they have certain, beers that you can't find anywhere else. So of course you go to them. I bought my beers from them. These are both available at my local shop. It's a Turkish shop just around the corner, and they're there. And they charge, I think, 179, 179, which is about 40p cheaper than Beers of Europe. So, what can I say? Yeah. That's one of the things as well, Triosaurus. When you have a beer on holiday, it's also one, the variety that's brewed in the UK is different than one there. But I also feel, I'm going to put it up here because I realised the bloody radiator's on. I burnt myself just there. I'm turning the heating off. Again, I can blame the heater for me going all red on the face. It's not me getting hot due to the alcohol. It's just the heater at this stage. Yeah. No. With beer, I said this on Raggy Stream yesterday, and I've said it a few times. Beer is all about not just the beer. So the beer is, yes, it is a flavour, something you like, but whether you like a beer also comes down to where you are. We've all had it. We go on holiday and you have a beer somewhere overseas, and that beer, although it may just be a normal lager, you're in that warm climate and you have a crisp lager and it just hits the spot. So it's all about location where you have it. It's also about who you're with. You could be with friends out somewhere and you have a drink, and that drink just become back, I hope. So I said it's all about location, who you're with, and the beer. So a beer is more than just the beer. It's all the other elements surrounding it in that stage. And as I said, when I was out in India, some of those beers are like high ABV beers that are just mainstream brewed. That in the UK you'd look at and you think, oh, that's just like I was going to say Super Strongbow. They don't make that anymore. It's just like not even Skull. What's it? Special Brew. There we go. That's what I'm thinking off the top of my head. Special Brew. But out there, it's a completely different beer. You're with the heat and the location and where you are. It just all adds up to it really at that stage. It's really nice. So yeah, when you have a beer, it all is down to those three elements. It's not just the beer itself. It's everything surrounding it. Just reading through. Yeah, sorry, Tyrannosaurus, you can't get behind my method. Mate, mate, I look at yours and I'm like, ah, everything's 4 to 5. No, my method is if I rank something a 5 on Untapped, a 5 means that that is a beer that I could just drink for life and I don't need anything else, which nothing's ever going to hit that level, unfortunately. And that sounds stupid. But 4.5 to 4, there's many beers that I'll rank at that level, and they are beers that doesn't mean I'm going to have them every day. They are outstanding quality in their style or just beers in general. 3.5, well, I would say like 3 to 3.5 are solid beers that I would choose. So it sounds weird, but if we take, for example, Estrella for me would be between 3 and 3.5, so it could be 3.25. It's not an amazing beer, but it's definitely a beer I would choose over some of the other mainstream lagers, such as Carlin or Foster's at that stage. So I'm not saying it's an amazing beer. I'm just saying it's definitely a beer I would go to and I would drink. So that's why it gets that 3 to 3.5. But then likewise, I'm not saying that something that's a 2.5 is a beer I wouldn't drink. But if there was none of the others, I would take a 2.5 beer and drink it. Anything below 2.5 means I'm not going for it. Generally, a 1 is the beer is blooming awful. And I love this. I set my calendar completely wrong. It's popping up going, I'm live at 5 o'clock tonight. No, I entered that incorrectly. It was meant to be 3 p.m. Oh yeah, but Estrella is all about the location again as well. If you have that out in Spain, oh yeah, it goes with it. It goes with it entirely at that stage. I've completely missed entirely comments there. So Crimposo reminds me of Spanish holidays, and of course, but yeah, it does. I am too, like Mark, I'm going to agree. I'm annoyed by beers that are advertised as being brewed somewhere and then you get a UK variant. That's not right. So we could name them on the mainstream anyway. So we've got Heineken, Amstel, Stella. Immediately, all three of those are not brewed to the standard that they are in Europe. They are different beers. And if you look at it, there was the announcement recently about Budweiser. Well, they announce it as Budweiser. It's not. They're not Budweiser, but they announce it to the press as Budweiser. That they sort of say, "Oh, the Budweiser brewery is expanding." And the reason why it expanded is they want to produce more of the beer in the UK because of the import tax from Europe because we've left Europe. But they don't put it that way. They just say it's expanding to say, oh, development in the UK. But we're not getting the same standard of the beer that is produced in Europe. If you're getting your Heineken and Amstel, you're not getting that, and that's why a lot of people have got Krups, and all subcompacts items because when you're buying the beer, you're buying the European variant, which is a superior quality beer to the one in the UK. We get lower ABV just due to UK government taxes and the alcohol. What do we call them? Anti-alcohol brigade that are trying to turn down alcohol that we can have. Yeah. Adam, I would love to get ruined in Madrid, but probably not on your level. um, See, Kolsch is all about having it fresh and in the location, and I've not done that in Germany. I've been to Hamburg, um, Berlin, and um, bloody hell. I'm told you, even after the beer, I'm shot as well. Um, Munich, there we go. In Munich, been over to Austria and Salzburg and all the rest as well. Yeah, I need to do Kolsch, and I want to go out to Kolsch. My mate has done that in the bars, and the whole idea is when you have Kolsch, it's in small levels because you've got to drink it fresh. That's the whole idea of it. So it's definitely something I want to go out and try directly. Mark, my highest is 4.5 as well and on tapped, but I've given more than 3 beers out of the 100 so far of that. But I've had like 2,500. I am going to grab, because I am now empty on these, I'm going to go grab my Celebration Stout from the Porterhouse company, and during that I'm going to have to chuck you, unfortunately, onto some sort of music and hold system. So, right, I'll be back in a bit. Take care, guys. Hey guys, back. Right, sorry, I was helping a miss with something which took a bit longer. Also took a slash, gotta admit that. Um, I've gone for my Citra IPA or Citra down from the Pinter. Oh, smelling good. Still, it's actually clearer than ooh, actually clearer than before. Just gonna catch up on the comments. So, sorry. That's one of the sirens. £12. Oh wow, okay. So one of yours that ranked that high was the £12 bottles. Bloody hell! But then again, I said one of my highs was the Sirens chocolate Caribbean cake, which I do look forward to, but I didn't get this year just because at home. If I normally would get it, I'd get it in a pub. And I get a third, which works out cheaper than a bottle. But it also means I'm not going to drink a whole bottle at that stage. I know, Tyrannosaurus, you drink a lot of good beer. I know. Well, actually, some of your beers you check in are shit. No, I'm joking. Some of it's really good. I agree with you. I agree with you. Yeah. Oh, all right. Mark, I'm gonna add you, mate, as well on Untapped. I just haven't really published. I've mentioned to a few people my name, so you're gonna be getting a little request from me. If I type your bloody name right. Oh, bloody hell. Am I going crazy? Am I searching wrong? I'm searching for a beer. What am I doing? Right, Mark, I'm thinking I'm slightly pissed as well, but no. Da, 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 da. Sorry, dealing with stupid notifications and Google coming up there. Right, Mark, I'm going to add you. You'll get a request through from myself under a username of some sort, but it will come through in a bit. Tyrannosaurus, that music is in my head as well. I was when I started the countdown, and I was still rushing around. I hadn't got the beer, the glasses up, or anything, and the music was in my head. I was like humming it to myself at that stage. It's absolutely crazy, absolutely crazy. I'm going crazy that I am. Okay, add. I'm not on the wrong area now anymore, Mark. Sorry. I was absolutely on the wrong area. Don't know what the hell I was doing. You will get a request through from me. Oh, I like that it recommends someone else. Mark Breer, 1917. But yeah, Mark, I'm adding you. All right, now I sent a request, so you'll receive something free from me. I haven't logged these at all. I need to log them. I haven't logged my Citra IPA. Ooh, Citra IPA either. I need to do that as well. So, Mark, I know Tyrannosaurus, you're up in St. Albans, which I promise you, I'm going to get up to after the pubs are indoor wise open. I don't want to plan anything for when it's outdoors only because one, not as much space. Two, if it's shite weather, I don't want to go up there. Yeah, but Mark, where are you based? It'd be interesting to know because it could be something that either we could meet or we could all converge in St. Albans for Tyrannosaurus. I call you Tyrannosaurus. I hope you're okay with me not using your real name all the time. I don't want to say anything like that. I think I've been added. Wee, isn't that nice? Oh, I feel so relieved at that stage. Mark, yep, I can see. And your last check-in was the layer cake, correct? Oh, you're in Sutton. Oh, Sutton, mate. Honestly, I'm looking down that way. That's where I was yesterday. I was down in Sutton, where the missus is wanting housewise, I should say. So yeah, we've been walking around the streets. I no, sorry, I didn't want to say your name because I don't know if you wanted it said. I know your name from Untapped. That's why I was like, I'm not saying your name. Uh, whereabouts in Sutton? Because like to be honest, I've hit most of the. Well, I lie. I've hit a lot of pubs: Wallington, Colchester, and Sutton, as in Sutton. Not High Street, the pedestrian area, all the pubs off there. I've hit all of those pubs, but Sutton obviously stretches further than that. But yeah, yeah, when the pubs are open, it'll be good to meet up. I think like for Toby wise, you good with St Albans if you're willing to head up there. I don't mind doing that. It's near to me, sort of, in a sense. I don't mind. I had layer cake. I swear I had layer cake. I'm gonna go on my phone again. I'm being rude, aren't I? Looking at my phone. I should have just I clicked off you. Should have clicked on it. So pastry stouts that we were on about before. Layer cake. No, I haven't had layer cake. I swear I've had layer cake. It's layer cake in Morrison's, isn't it? Well, Toby, that's good that you don't care about your online footprint. I'm good with St Albans meetup. St Albans is a few good pubs up there. I say a few, actually, quite a few good pubs. Part of that, obviously, not going to go into, but Canberra's helped with the ale side of it. But there are a lot more pubs in St Albans than perhaps St Albans should support, which is good in my eyes. St Albans has a lot of pubs. Yeah, I do like it. James, yeah, take care, man. Great to have you, and great to hear from you. And do you know what? I may try some beer reviews and all the rest of general beers. I done some back in September, October time before I had the Pinter, and I'd done some beer reviews of well, this is how upmarket I am. Fortnum and Masons, eh? Yeah, yeah. No, the Fortnum Mason ones were because I bought my missus a tea advent calendar. And I thought, well, if I'm getting that delivered, I might as well chuck in some of their beers that they've got because they're 5 beers. To be fair, they were made by Westerham. They weren't that great. They weren't that great. But I've done the Fuller's Vintage, and actually, what I've been looking to do. Oh, you see me reaching into the cupboard behind me. I've got 2 boxes of all of these. Ah, sat on my cushion. Right, I have the lovely Marston's beers, which again, my camera, I've set the reading all the way back here so you won't see it. So this is the Morning Glow Streets. Morning Glow? Horning Glow? What the hell am I on about? Horning Glow. This is number 1, which is the oak aged IPA. This is the Imperial Stout, number 2. I'm coming all the way back here. And then lastly, number 3, the dry hopped IPA. They were supposed to last year release 6 of these, but obviously COVID hit. I'm looking to perhaps do all of these in one video. If I do it in a live, let me know if you guys are up for maybe me doing all 3 of these, which are 7.4% in one video. Oh, be interesting to know. The only reason they're stored in there is because I was looking to drink them a few months ago, and I've just taken them down from my little cold dark store area I've got over there, and I've not got around to it. But yeah, do let me know. Could be an end of March special. You never know. Yeah, I've seen layer cake in Tesco. I always thought I'd have had it, and according to Untapped, I haven't. That's why Untapped's handy to always use it. You want me to smash those beers now? Of course you do. Of course you do. What's your missus say about that? Should we go ask your missus, Toby, and see what she says? I'm not smashing no beers. What I do have though is I have. Oh, for God's sake! I shouldn't have set I should have set autofocus. Last time I felt like I wasn't in focus, so I turned autofocus off, and I feel like I'm having to go all the way back here. So what I have is I'm going to go all the way up so that you can't see anyways, and then I'll come here. I'm not giving you the finger, sorry guys. Yeah, it depends how big your screen is and what you've got up. This is the Porterhouse Brewing Company Celebration Stout, Imperial Irish Stout. Now, the only thing I'll say about this is I bought it and it's an Imperial. Is 6.5 Imperial in your eyes? Is 6.5 Imperial? Let's see. Right, I'm going to finish the IPA. If I don't spill it all over myself. This is from the Pinter. I've poured that one. Lovely, lovely taste. I'm going to admit the carbonation isn't quite to the level I would expect. But that's my fuck up. I did not put enough sugar in there for it. It pours okay to begin with though. Right, in my other pinter glass, I'm going to be putting this in. Now this is where I may regret it, because this is one of those glasses that has the nucleated bottoms. Yep, I said the word bottom. Oh, I love this. It's a pouring cap. Ooh. Let's get ready to hear any pop from this. It wasn't a pop, but a big amount of smoke on my side. All right. Ooh, this smells good already. Oh, wow. Again, I get over aggressive towards the end and I fuck up the pour. But aside from that, let's turn that. There we go. Aside from the shit pour on my side, that. Oh, wow, that is good. That is good. I'm going to be apologising right now because what I'm about to do is take a pitch for Untapped. Of course I am. I have to move everything out of the way. So I've stacked everything up here. I'll just top that up to bring it up to level. Oh, that looks beautiful. I hope it follows that in the sense of what I rank it on Untapped. So that looks a beautiful beer. Wow. This isn't any dark ruby colour. I cannot see through it. This is dark. It's not. They say Imperial. I don't think it's Imperial. Sorry, for me, Imperial is 8. This is 6.5. It's not Imperial. Sorry. The tan head on top is nice. That's self-developed little tan head. Oh, that is fruity. No, that's not possible. Not possible. Not possible at all, Toby. I cannot drink a beer without checking it. No, it happens all the time. I actually, I'm gonna tell you straight away that yesterday, if you look at my Untapped, I only had 2 beers. I checked one in this morning for yesterday because I forgot to do it. I had 3 beers yesterday. Oh my God. Yeah. No, it's you can drink without untapping it. It's fine. But I'd like to, if it's, some people only check in new beers. I like checking all beers just because I like to keep track of where I drank a beer at a pub and what I had when. When it's home wise, I think it's a bit more elusive for me. I'm not going to have to check in every beer that I drink at home. I don't particularly see the reason unless it's for something, to say, oh wow, this is amazing or whatever, or it's a new beer. But this looks amazing. I'm going to see, using my missus' little thing, oi oi, yeah, I've got a light on the back of this, and all you can see is the ring light over there. So there's the ring light. I've got a light on the back of this. Look, there's the light. You cannot see it at all. That's how dark this is. There is no light coming through at all. That's what we want from the stout. Oh, right. I'm holding you off at this stage while I just have a quick look at it. This beer is black as coal, velvety smooth with notes of coffee, chocolate, and dark fruit. Hops are added at, I can't read that, numerous, I think, points, yeah, to the beer during its production with a 12 week maturation. Wow, 12 weeks. Sure to please the experienced stout drinker. Oh, that's what I'm after. Oh, this smells so good. I'm holding you off. It's not because I'm planning to. Oh, this smells so good. Oh, wow. And I've got to change that just to say that's what I'm having now. All right, let's go in. Oh, do you know what? I've always been a stout guy. I've always been a stout guy. But I still do have and love like multiple styles. There's some styles that I'm not fans of at all, but there's so many styles that I'm a fan of. But a stout is always good when it's done well. When it's done well, it's good. Um, I'm not going to be. I hope it's not controversial. What I'm about to say. So Titanic Plum Porter. I know I've moved across to porter rather than stout. Plum Porter, amazing. Titanic Stout, I don't like at all. Hate it. Hate it. Hate it. Hate it. I think it is overcarbonated and lacking any of that flavour that you should be getting from a stout, which is the roasted malts. No good at all. No good. Which Innocent Gun are you drinking? Because Innocent Gun do make some good beers, but the only thing I'll say about Innocent Gun is when they say barrel aged, I think in the UK there should be a description about what is barrel aged, i.e., beer put into a barrel and aged, versus beer that has barrel added to it. And that's what Innocent Gun do. They break up a barrel and chuck some of it into the beer. Now, that means the barrel is infused into the beer. That's different than what I would consider barrel aged. And I think this is something that is a legal technicality that should be sorted out across the brewing industry. So if you look at whiskey, barrel aged is the whiskey is in the barrel, not whiskey, not a barrel chucked into it. But that's not being done for beer. And that's something that needs to be sorted in my eyes. But aside from that, it is a great beer. It's a great beer. It's just, I think the description is slightly misleading for some of the Innocent Guns because they say barrel aged, but they mean barrel infused. But that's just my view on it. Oh, fuck me. This is beautiful. Beautiful. Mm. Oh, that's so good. I'm glad there's more in the bottle right now. Oh, not that much more. 355 ml? Oh, 330 ml. I thought it's 355. Ah, damn it. Not as much as I thought. That looks beautiful. It's got a nice tight head with the bubbles there. If you're not on stout right now, you need to be on stout right now. And when we meet up, guys, we need to meet up. If we meet up, we need to have a good pub with some good beers. So I'm going to call out. Yeah, no, I'm with you there, Toby, straight away. I do think there are a lot of people that are beer snobs. And beer snobs, not in the sense of they turn around and go, oh, I'm not having, I'm not going to drink a Heineken or I'm not going to drink a Stella. They're beer snobs in the sense of they turn around and they sneer down on certain small breweries. So in your example, they look at Vocation and they sneer down and go, oh, I'm not having Vocation because of this. But no, I think that's entirely wrong. There are many, many great breweries in the UK, and I think a lot of them were underappreciated. And the beer snobs, as you say, beer snobs terminology. Politically correct, as you say, not as I say. No, yeah, the people that are beer snobs are looking at certain breweries and just dismissing them straight away just because of who they are or what they do. And I think that's entirely wrong. There are breweries to produce every style. Just because it doesn't produce a style you like doesn't mean you shouldn't, others don't enjoy it. And there's certain beer reviewers, which I'm not going to name, but I'm just not interested in. And they are definitely beer snobs. And some of them are on live streams that I watch, and I just can't bear the live stream when they're on it because they are total beer snobs, thinking that they know it all and can tell you everything. Everyone's palate is individual. You enjoy beer, I don't. I enjoy beer, you don't. We're all individual, and I'm not there to say something's rank and you shouldn't have it. I'm going to say my opinion, but my opinion is only my opinion and you can enjoy it. Whereas some of these are, well, all of their beers are crap, or I wouldn't touch them with a barge pole. That is not the way it should be. It should be like, I don't think much of them, but if you enjoy it, you enjoy it. I'm not there to tell people what they should drink. As said, if someone said to me they drank London Pride, I'd be like, I'm not a fan of London Pride. But in bottle, I do like it. In cask, I don't. But I'm not there to tell you what you should and shouldn't drink. And I just dislike those snobs that tell you that stage. I'm just reading comments, sorry, and I'm half looking, going, yeah, Blood Red Sky. It's very good. And in Morrison's, the other day when I had the Blood Red Sky and what's the other one? I don't know. They're the other one from them. But they are solid beers. They're solid beers. Even in my local Morrison's, they had them on offer one time, which I would obviously, Morrison's a bit pricey. On offer, I'll take it. Actually, speaking about that, Morrison's had in October, obviously, UK doesn't understand what Oktoberfest means. Oktoberfest means the celebration of October leading up to it, so September. And then a load of German beers on offer in my place, and I reached down, literally grabbed all of those while I could. Very good offer. Mark, I do know the Hope in Carshalton. I've never actually been to the Hope in Carshalton. That's totally bizarre, isn't it? So, apart from being in Carshalton literally yesterday when no pubs were open, the last time I was down in Carshalton at the pubs was bugger. Pre-COVID, probably October 19. I didn't hit the Hope. I hit literally every other pub but the Hope. And you asked me why I didn't hit the Hope. I just didn't hit the Hope. I was pissed at that stage. Yeah, I done a, from what I remember, 9 pub crawl. Yeah, but yeah, I've never been to the Hope. I do mean to go. I know it's a. I'm going to say this. I am a member of CAMRA. I do help CAMRA out. Not in my region. In central London, there's lots of old blokes, and I help deliver London Drinker for them to pubs. I have gone to some of their meetings. It's all a bit bureaucratic, I admit that, and it's nothing amazing, and they all are of a style that they expect. But I do agree with cask ale being a vessel for beer being deployed. The difference is that obviously I'm a younger person. I say young, I like to think of that. And I agree that it's not just beer needs to be in cask, beer can be delivered in keg. And there's nothing wrong with keg. It doesn't need to be live, it just needs to be good ingredients brewed by a reputable brewery with good conditions and values in a sense. And that's what it is. Beer is not just about one style, and I would hate to see cask not be there anymore. Cask is a style that should be there because it's a traditional style in the UK. But yeah, there are plenty of good keg beers across the UK as well, and I'm not going to dismiss that. Camera likes to perhaps turn around and go, well, yeah, cask is the only way, but there's other ways as well. Location barrel. I'm not doing wackiness. Yeah, sorry, man. I do have some. Do you know what? Toby, I'm gonna say something to you. All right, between you, me, and whoever's on this stream and watching it after, I have. I worked at a Fuller's pub in Battersea, which literally I've narrowed it down to the pub I worked at quite quickly there. There's not many, but you can narrow it down. I worked part-time at a pub there alongside my full-time job when I was working in Victoria, just for extra income. And I lived in Wandsworth, so it was not far to go to. And when I joined, I seen that they had Fuller's vintage beers in their cellar. And they had, and I can't believe this, the chef every night, not every night, once a week, chef would treat himself, head chef. He would treat himself and he'd go, can I have a bottle of beer? So he'd finish his shift, come over and have a bottle of beer. And he'd go, can I have a bottle of vintage? And I seen the bottle of vintages we were giving him were 1999 vintages. 1999. And this is about 2007. And we were giving him 99 vintages. On the Fuller's website, they were selling them for £200. So after work one day, I bought 2 bottles of it. And after I bought it, sort of alerted my manager to say, do you know how much these are worth? And he's like, fucking hell. And so Fuller's didn't have an internal system set up properly. They just had a button to say it's a vintage and they sell at a certain price. So, the vintage they sell on their website is about £4.50 and they were selling it for £7.50 in the pub. But he bought these vintages and they've been stored in the cellar for so many years. He'd been in charge of that pub for about 15 years anyways. They'd just been stored there and he never got around to selling them because it wasn't a thing that would sell well. And yeah, I can't believe they were selling it for that cheap a price, considering that Fuller's themselves directly were selling it for such a large amount. So I have 2 bottles of the Fuller's 1999 vintage ale, which I can't guarantee anything about how they were stored because I assume they were cellar stored the whole time. Doesn't mean they were. Particularly the location where I was based, the heat temperature could sometimes rocket and the cellar would, it's an old pub, the cellar would suffer massively. But I've got 2 bottles of it, which last I looked was selling about £300 a bottle. I'm not selling it, mate. I'm going to crack those open one day. I'm going to bring people around to, hopefully, a new place when I've got like a pub shed sorted out and bring some people around and crack them open and share out some beer and see what people think. They could be absolutely gone off awful, or they could be the most amazing beer ever and we just enjoy it. It's all about the experience. It's not about the money at that stage. I paid bugger all for it and that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, but I say it may be worth money, but I'm not going for crazy stuff. I'm just drinking beer, enjoying beer, brewing beer, doing what I can, and that's what I prefer. I've sort of gone off some of the, as you sort of say, wacky channels. I haven't finished my IPA. There are certain people that clickbait. Yeah. My beer conscience dissolves me. I love that. I still do love, and I'm going to refer to you as my beer conscience the whole time. You know that. You know I am. Yeah, I do feel there are channels, and we all know they are. You can see it straight away from the thumbnails and the prints and all the rest. And I'm going to admit, I'm guilty for my the lineup ones. I've tried to put a thumbnail that's depicting of the style, but I'm not. When you go in, it's not of the style of it's this way, that way. It's literally I'm just trying beer and tasting it. I'm just being honest. I'm not looking to be anything special. This is just I'm in lockdown and there's not much we can do. I'm hoping after lockdown I can continue all of this. So definitely the brewing side, but with lives, I'm looking to do lives for the whole of March. So I'm going to say Saturday. Today's Sunday, I know. I'm not hoping to live every Saturday in March, just because what else is there to do apart from the missus take me out house hunting or area hunting? But yeah, um, yeah. What can I say? Just keep it down to earth at that stage. Um, right. Sorry, Mark. I completely went on my rant and well, in my own world there. Have I tried Drop Project beers? Drop Project. I don't think. Where's Drop Project based? Not Drop Project. I don't think I have. A Tesco delivery is due tomorrow. Great Good has sent me another email saying that. Great Good sent me asking me how is my beer. Well, it's on brew. How can I tell you? It's on brew at the moment. Right. I'm gonna be an idiot. I'm actually gonna just Drop Project Google it. Not Google. Untapped it. Where are they based in London? I'm being honest here. Where are they based in London? Not Walthamstow, is it? Because I know there's a lot in Walthamstow. Okay. Um, More info. Where are they based? The Willow Centre. 18. Just checking. Mitcham. Ah, okay. Okay. Interesting. Considering, I know it sounds weird. Yesterday I was also looking at Beddington and Hackbridge. Interesting. I did not know. I did not. How long have they been open? Yeah. Do you know what? I've never gone off from Mitcham Junction. I've walked that main road down. I've driven it, but I mean, like, if I've walked it, I'm going to tell you. When is it? August last year. I walked all the way from where I am. So I'm based in Enfield, North London. So I walked all the way from Enfield to Wallington, 26 miles, a marathon in one day. We were walking down to see some friends because obviously government permitted it and whatever else, and we decided to walk it just because we could, try what we can. But yeah, I did not know that there was a place there. Do you know what? It's a bit industrial on that side there, but I didn't know they're there. Um, I'm going to check them out actually. I might see. Do they have an online shop? Did you order it online or have you actually gone and picked it up because you're based in Sutton? Oh, this is bloody amazing. This is beautiful. Do you know what? I'm looking at it and going, it's 5:30. I don't know why I'm leaning in. I can see anyways from where I am. It's 5:30. Right, I'm going to give you guys the decision at this stage because I'm going to obviously finish this at 5. So I've got you two here. Yeah, Toby. Good putting the order in. Mark. Oh, it was a bloody long walk. Do you know what? Um, we hit central London and I passed. I call it Doggets, and other people call it Doggy. Doggy. Anyways, so we passed through near Blackfriars, and that's practically the halfway mark at that stage, and I felt great. And by the time we hit Oval, which is only about 2 miles from there, I felt awful. My feet were aching, and we hadn't had breakfast. We stopped for breakfast at that stage, and then we stopped in near Mitcham at that stage for at a cafe. We stopped for lunch at some stage. It was literally, I don't need food, just need to rest my fucking feet. But it was a long walk, a long bloody walk. Walked a marathon in a day. But oh well, we do that. Me and my missus, we walk a lot. Not generally marathon wise, but we do like what's the term like in metric? It's 20k a day, which is my conversions are bad, 15 to 16. So we walked an extra 10k, 10 miles than we normally would do. Yeah, what I was going to say was, so they have an online shop, I'm guessing, because Toby's putting in an order. What I was going to say was, since I have this, and I'm looking to just probably end this on the hour, got half an hour, I'm going to give you two an option at that stage, since you're only one's chatting. Do I have a port, or do I have some of the Jameson's whiskey after this? And your decision, I'll leave it for both of you to decide, and if it's 50-50, then I'll leave you two to fight it out. There we go. Oh, this is beautiful. Oh, wow. Do you know what? I mean, this is nice for a Guinness beer, but this is just so smooth and fruity and rounded. I know they call it Imperial. It's not Imperial in my eyes, but that's not lovely. So, Nug, Smooth Cat, Focus, and double set or double set? Yeah, do you know what? I'm going to put an order in as well. So, like Toby, I'll jump in. I'm going to put an order in from them. By the way, I have, and I'll reach out to you too as well at this stage. So, I'm doing every Sunday I do like a UK brewery. So I've got A, B, C sorted. A today, B next Sunday. I've filmed that, done it. Haven't filmed C, although I need to just do my research, finish it. I've wrote most of it and what I'm gonna do. I've got E and F, but I haven't got D, and I can't think who I'm going to go for D. I was thinking of going up to Sunderland area for D, but I'm not sure. Oh, I love the Fast Show. I love the Fast Show. Do you know what? Fast Show was a classic series. I'm not going to do the impression while I'm doing it. Yeah, yeah. Ah, oh, the North Star is a beautiful beer, but yeah. Toby, North Star. Not North Star. Sorry, Fast Show. Oh, I love that. Do you know what? I'm going to sound like reminiscent, isn't it? TV isn't what it was, but we all know that anyways with streaming and whatever else goes on. But Fast Show was hilarious. Love Fast Show, League of Gentlemen. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Daya. How much Daya beer are you actually drinking? I mean, from the brewery. Or do you mean Daya in the other sense? Sorry, my brain is a bit slow with getting all the glasses clinking. Oh, bloody hell, I think I need to hide this from the missus before I let her in the room. I could hide these in the cupboard. She'll never know. I'm hiding them down here, buddy. Nope, they fell over. All right, two bottles down the bottom here. Put the cap on them both. Oh my god. The cap is difficult to pop on. I do like my little bottle opener. Works nicely. Right, so Mark hasn't responded. So Mark, you're cracking open potentially your last beer, potentially. But I'm chucking out to you, Mark, at this stage. Am I gonna have a port, or should I have a whiskey? You decide, because I know what Toby's saying, or Toby has said. Toby, I'll probably be gone by 6, but honestly, thanks for joining. Enjoy the curry. I don't know what you've got. Tell me what you've got though. But yeah, enjoy the curry. And if it's good, let me know where you got it from, because they might have a place we can pop into when we're up there. Just thinking ahead. You know, you always got to do that. Whereas my mum would say, thinking ahead. Well, since Toby's leaving, unfortunately, and Mark loves Jameson's, I do have my beloved Jameson's Round. Now, the only reason I got this is I'm needing to work through this. Oh my days. I've had this for quite a while, and you can see that's the dent I've made in it. I've managed to only get it from about here down to here. Now, that's not a big dent for a 1 litre bottle. Now, the round is definitely rounded. It's not as sharp a flavour as you would get in a normal Jameson's. So it's a very, very rounded flavour. I'm still drinking beer at this stage. And I'm going to be really, really lazy. I'm just going to literally clean out the other glass. I know it's carbonate. I mean, it's nucleated, but that affects whiskey barely any. I'm going to try some. Yeah. So you can probably hear me anyway. It's going to the ensuite. Wash it out with a bit of water. There we go. Right, I'm going to actually just quickly draw my curtains because it's getting dark out there. Don't want the cold coming in. Right, I've got this. And I've got... I'm going to shake that. Get as much liquid out as possible. Right, it's still slightly got liquid inside. I've got this beautiful, this is a lovely bottle, and I love the box. The box is amazing. The box is amazing. I've got some other whiskies that I've not opened. I'm just keeping at the moment. I got a Brewer's something or another from Oban when I went up in September. It's more mellow than normal Jameson's. That's what it is. It's more mellow. All right, that's a shot, double shot. I don't know. This thing when we all go back to the pubs and they give us a measure of whiskey, we're like, "Oh, mate, that's nothing what I give myself." What are you doing? Cork back in. The North Star is good. Again, do you know what? I'm going to double check it. I swear, I'm going to say Morrison for everything. North Star. Is it Cesco or is it the... Right, 3.75 from me, meaning it's on the good edge. Morrison's, £4. So dark black with a thin tan head, whiff of the ABV, followed by almond straight away. Not too thick or heavy in texture. Sweetness first, followed by the roasted malts. Just love the nose on this one. Has a Battenberg cake smell to it, which is lovely indeed. Right, so after whiskey, I haven't yet finished the Celebration Stout, which is bad, but do you know what? I'm gonna have a taste of the whiskey, might mix some in. Right, sorry, just cover it and swirl in a bit. That's what I love about Scotland. I know this is Irish. I love the whiskey in Scotland. That is definitely smoother to the taste. I'm just looking to see what it says. So, rich and right with toasted wood tones, balanced to perfection. It does not have a huge alcohol hit, which I guess in some ways is a positive. It's got alcohol nose, just looking at the legs on it. Okay. Oh, wow. The nose is definitely, you can smell the ABV, but bit of heat. Oh, that is beautiful. It's much smoother than normal Jameson's. Jameson's itself is quite a smooth and triple distilled as well, quite a smooth whiskey, but this is much, much smoother. There is a sort of lightness to it. Bottle wise, I actually bought this coming back from oh, it's on the bottle. I was looking on the thing. Bought this from Luxembourg. So it's €33.90 that I got it for, which was calculation wise about £28 for a litre. Good price at the time. £28 for a litre, honestly, mate. They had two others alongside this. So I know Jameson's has done the Stout and the IPA, obviously, and the general Jameson's, but they've done the round and two other variants that had the similar packaging style to this. So it was similar to this style in the packaging wise. This one's called Round. I can't remember what the other two were called, but my God, the Round is beautiful. It is a beautiful whiskey. I would say it's not overpowering. It's just you've got the whiskey there, but it's a bit more mellow, which I'm wondering how they've achieved mellow in it at that stage. They say vanilla, spices, and toasted wood, which is general for a lot of the Irish triples. So the vanilla comes off. I'm not a person that's great with the nose. I'm not great with a nose, honestly, but the vanilla is definitely coming off. This is miles better than Jameson's itself. Jameson's Stout is actually okay. The IPA, nothing. IPA adds nothing to it at all. I think the same with the was it Glenmorangie that done IPA or Glenfiddich? Glenfiddich done IPA, didn't they, with Green King? I think it's Green King. The Glenfiddich, Green King IPA is shite, but the Glenfiddich IPA, nah, it's not that great. I have the Glenfiddich XX, which is the 20 different, is it Glenfiddich? Yeah, the XX, which is the 20 different brews across from the parent company came and I keep saying brewers, distillers came and they chose barrels they liked and they mixed those barrels together. They didn't know, they don't put an age on it because someone may have put a 1 year barrel in and someone may put a 20-year barrel in. So there we go. But it'd be interesting to know the range of barrels because if they all put in 1 to 5 years, then it would show the whole aging process a bit of a BS. But there we go. Oh, wow. There is definitely vanilla coming off this. Definitely vanilla notes. Wow. Right. What I'm going to do is I have the end of this and I'm going to add in not all, but some of this whiskey. I'm going to mix it up. So the roasted malts are still the nose. Just put up the nose a bit, just to double check. Okay, let's go for it. Okay. It's I think the ABV is there. It's just hidden. Yeah, yeah. I can taste the whiskey elements now at the end. The whiskey elements are there. The malt, the roasted malts of this celebration porter or stout, sorry, on my shoulder. That is definitely overpowering it, but it's there. It definitely is there. I can taste the elements of the whiskey. Oh, do you know what? It makes it taste a lot better, Mark. Oh, you've still got the raisin nose. Waft that under. That's still there. It's taken a lot of the carbonation out though, because obviously I filled it when it was here and I've put the whiskey in. There's not much carbonation at all. That's removed the carbonation, which is a positive for the stout in my eyes. Oh, that smells good. That does smell good. From me, that's a thumbs up. That is good. That is good. Oh, I love that, Mark. I love that. I love that. I love that. So, Mark just said, I say burp. He mixed, well, obviously, we're in lockdown. He mixed three different stouts. His verdict was, I was very boozed, and the stout just tasted of the very strongest stout. Yep. I think that is the case with a lot of them. So, and just make this round. That is a beautiful stout, regardless. Forget chucking in the Jamesons. That's a beautiful stout. Add the Jamesons in, and it has an edge. Honestly. Oh, yeah. Do you know what? I can't believe the amount of people that done a cream egg review. Because now, Raggy, his missus, does cake, so he was better, placed or informed than the others. Simon and Simon and Beer Wonder, Scott Wonder, they done it, but the issue they hit was they didn't melt the chocolate enough. Even with Raggy, he didn't melt the chocolate enough because the whole idea is not chocolate. A cream egg is chocolate with a filling, and it's the filling that you need to worry about. To recreate the cream egg would be to melt chocolate into well, not melt chocolate actually. It would be to add chocolate in. Chocolate cocoa powder may work best, but then after that, you need to add in something to replicate the fondant flavour that's in a cream egg. Yeah, right. I'm literally busting right now. I'm going to go for an absolute slash, and I'm going to come back in a sec. Yep, gone for a comfort break. Indeed, indeed, Mark, comfort break. I actually tried to have a look in the cupboard to see if I could get to the spirits I was on about before, which I've not cracked open. I've not shared with my mates, and I've not had myself. And to be fair, I don't think there's many people on YouTube that have had it. And I think that's something that is quite special. A lot of people would like to try it. But it'd be interesting to see. All right, Steve. Steve, how are you? Sorry, I just seen like you're online. How are you, Steve? I'm good. Yeah, just a quick slash break. I'm actually not going to be online for much longer. My aim is I'm going to drop off, and I think I'm going to let the pros take over. So there's a lot of streams starting at 6. What time's your stream starting at tonight? Is it 8, Steve? I've got to message you as well because I was looking to send you some good old dragon soup. And I was planning to pop out to the local shop today to pick it up. I haven't got out yet, which is why I haven't emailed you yet to try and get your details. But yeah, I've got to just pop out. And thinking right now, 6 o'clock I could do with a dragon soup if I need to see through to the end of today. Obviously, it's a Sunday. It's Mother's Day. We've all got, well, we may all have work tomorrow, but doesn't mean I can't have a few drinks anyways. This is the Porterhouse Celebration Stout. On its own, it was beautiful, but with the Jameson's Round, which is a 1 litre bottle chucked in. Oh, nice measure chucked in. I've got some more left on there. I'm just going to chuck it in anyways. That makes it even better. Oh, it smells beautiful. Not that I'm an alcoholic. There we go. But yeah, I hope you're all having a good Sunday. And I'm gonna call it quits in a moment. I'm just thinking if there's anything I can finish on. I have a 3.8% beer in the fridge, which is from the brewery that is going to be, the brewery that's part of the UK Brewery Project next week. No, I lie. No, I lie. The brewery next week, I've still got one of their Imperials. I have from Yorkshire Brewery one of their only one beer left from them, which is a 3.8% beer. I've had their strong one as well. So, yeah, I might have a few more beers if I can sneak it past my missus. It's just what's left in here in the glass. Oh, it looks wonderful. But yeah, Mark. Oh, Mark. You got to plan ahead for these things. I bought my Mother's Day card last month. Had it sorted last month. The annoying thing was that the flower shop near to my missus, not missus, bloody hell, wrong words. The sounds bad. The flower shop near to my mum's, they closed, went out of business during the whole lockdown, which is upsetting, really, considering I sort of understand why, because the lockdown hit before Mother's Day last year, didn't it? Because Mother's Day is based off Easter, which is the Mother in Sunday, and last year was end of April. This year Easter is beginning of April, so they lost out on all of that, which is the Mother's Day. They made Valentine's Day, but they lost Mother's Day, and then obviously closed for the whole bloody year, mainly, isn't it? Yeah, so we had to get flowers and drop off at that stage because there's nothing nearby, but the personal touch is a bit better, isn't it? But hopefully, fingers crossed, all this stuff changes 12th of April. 13th of April, I'm hoping to be down the pub in the beer garden. Let's see. I booked the day off work, not booked the day off after. I'll turn up to work hungover. Who cares? But yeah, let's see how it all goes. Yeah, you're in the good books though. That's all that matters. I was going to say, so I have I need to do this next time I go. Is she prone to poisoning you, Mark? I'm thinking for myself right now. I'm due to go India in, well, I was due to go into May. Whether that happens or not, I don't know. If it doesn't happen, I'm going to go India in November. I will definitely try to do video beers or reviews of the beers that are over there via supermarkets, along with going to the brew pubs that are in the area. And the idea is potentially to, well, since the channel's travel and brews, just cover some of the, you know, people may be interested. Do you know what? I'm sort of like in two minds going, do I do a, you know, oh, this is a McDonald's breakfast out in India? Because I don't really want to cover that sort of thing, do I? I don't know. It'll draw people to the channel, but I'm not sort of about that. I'm just sort of about just being me, just what I'm interested in. But then again, McDonald's breakfast in India, I'm quite interested in. So what can I say? But yeah, I'll try and cover what I'm interested in and share with you. But I don't foresee any travel abroad soon. But I do have currently. I'm due to be in Preston, Glasgow, and Edinburgh in June. So that'll be interesting. If that goes ahead, I may be able to share some stuff with you guys about beers and whatnot. But yeah, um, I was thinking something else, but I'm not going to show it. It's not worth it right now. Right, it's 3 minutes to 6. I'm going to end this stream. Thank you so much for everyone that has joined in. It's as always, I'm never expecting anyone to join or be part of anything, and it's so great to have you all take part. So, Mark, thank you so much. Toby, Wonder beer review. Scott Wonder. I don't know why I said Wonder first. Sorry, Scott. If you feel, saying Wonder first, Wonder and Scott's beer reviews. Anyone that has literally joined in, Adam as well, and I've also had. I'm just trying to think in my head. I said Toby and Mersey Beers. Yeah, anyone that has joined in, literally, thank you so much for joining in. I really wasn't expecting anyone. It's just me having a easy to go few beers over a few hours. This actually been longer than I expected. So 3 to 6 is I was going 3 to 5. So thank you everyone. All the best, and I hope to actually see you like online next Saturday. And you know, if not, I'll see you online anyways at other people's streams, as is generally the case. So all the best, everyone, and I'm going to, well, I guess down this final shot of not vodka, whiskey, and the Celebration Stout. So James whiskey and Celebration Stout. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you soon.